Hello, and good evening. Welcome to the FluffCast, episode 10. I'll be your host and streamer for the evening, axolotl Andy. I can't believe it. Double-digit episodes. Can you? Let's see what the boys are up to. Give me just a moment here.
Yeah,
Spaghetti.
the only thing unique in our McDonald's is we have a green chili cheeseburger. That's
That
original.
actually sounds kind of good. I might
I
want
didn't.
I want the chilies in my mouth.
Yeah, since we're the fucking world capital for the ratty ass green chili, apparently hatch green chili, they put that in everything, and I didn't even realize until I was like a fully adult that this was one of the few regional McDonald's things in our area.
Yeah, it's all right. Fuck, Florida's got the fucking daddle pepper, and it's like when it comes to shit tier peppers, the daddle pepper is definitely on that list.
Yeah, fucking my friend Anthony went to Vegas. He's like, dude, what the fuck? Nobody has good chili out of New Mexico. I'm like, where the fuck have you been? I've been fucking Vegas. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, dude, I ordered green chili. They gave me these like shitty ass little fucking jalapenos.
That's sad. Oh, we're live. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome
We
to
We
were
were
episode
always
10.
live.
Welcome to FluffCast, where we hate on regional delicacies on the regular. I
Fuck
can't
them
stand
chilies.
that shit.
Yeah, that's when I found out that apparently our green chili is fucking special, supposedly. You know, I can't stand the shit.
So,
Is
gentlemen,
it special?
is it special?
I guess.
You know what? If there's anything that our patron saint, Mr. Fred Rogers, has taught us, it's that everything is special and everyone.
Some of us are more
I thought
special
our
than
patron
others.
saint was Joe Biden.
That's right. Our patron saint is Uncle Joe.
Actually,
Oh.
no, he's not patron saint. He's the god,
God.
the dark
God King
god.
Joe. God
God
King
King
Uncle Joe.
Big boy Joe, God bless him. This evening
God bless Joe America.
we are giving away a couple, what do you call them? A couple Joe Biden mugs tonight. So for a couple lucky viewers, I might just
Yeah.
single you out at random and say, "Hey, guess what? You're getting a mug today, buddy.
Andy, please
So-
no.
You're
Without-
getting the
without
mug
getting-
whether you like it or not."
Without getting too political, does anyone actually remember like Joe Biden's campaign slogan?
No, what was Joe Biden's campaign slogan?
I don't remember. He had
Hold
the
on.
most
Oh.
boring like just, hey, I'm actually an adult campaign ever.
Okay, cool, you got me. Let's see. His slogan:
I think it was just Biden for president.
"Our best days still lie ahead." Apparently,
Build back,
Build back
I
better.
ha-
Build
build
back
back
better.
literally-
better.
I've never heard that before.
They got some bus that says "No Malarkey" on it. Are you
Well,
No
that's
malarkey.
his no malarkey bus.
Why
everyone
does he
knows-
have a no malarkey bus?
Everyone knows that Joe Biden is not a fan of malarkey. So if he hears any malarkey from fucking anywhere, because he is omnipotent and all-knowing, and he knows when there's some malarkey going on,
He'll
He
order
will-
an airstrike.
he will order an airstrike.
You'll be lucky if that's all you get is an airstrike. Shit.
He
You
might sniff your hair.
If you're really unlucky, he'll show up himself.
No, if you're really unlucky, he'll seal you in the form of a waifu body pillow and sniff you for all eternity. You go to the Biden zone.
I still think it's funny that when the fucking terrorists like retook Afghanistan, they were doing like public executions of waifu pillows.
Are you serious? Wait, are you?
I mean,
There's,
I
like,
understand.
pictures of it to where they, in some video, to where they're literally walking out, taking the waifu pillows and basically slitting its neck
That is,
like it's a real fucking person, and then tossing it off the balcony.
Dude,
I feel-
Obama cannot stop us. We have all 7 Dragon Balls.
I feel so bad for. Okay, here's what it is. Clearly, the Taliban do not agree with your choice of waifu because their choice of waifu is much better.
It's true.
Is it though? Like, what if they think any of the Evangelion waifus are good? Literally any of them.
Shit, nigga, their idea of a fucking Dakimakura is just a regular throw pillow.
Remember when this conversation started off with Kibble saying not to get political, but
As
Hey,
if we were gonna
What
keep.
what
Yeah, I'll
what
get
is
political. Evangelion sucks, and if you like it, you have shit taste. I'm sorry.
I mean that's
Okay.
just true though. That's not political.
1,000%.
all I gotta say is congratulations.
Congratulations.
God, I cannot believe we are still getting new Ava shit in the year of our Lord 2021.
Honestly,
God damn.
so it was only like this year, right? It was maybe 3 months ago. I finally fucking broke down and watched
And you watched it because it was on Netflix, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And guess
And-
what? You got the inferior version because it doesn't have the emotional snapback at the end.
No, I watched that, and then I watched End of Evangelion, and then I watched the other one, and like
No,
they,
what
they
I mean
haven't.
by that is the old ending theme was such a like soft, nice, happy thing that you get this horrible mind fuck at the end of the episode, and then fly me to the moon, and it's just like the hardest
Frank
whiplash.
Sinatra. They had Frank Sinatra
No, they
as
have a
the
female
ending
cover.
theme. Oh,
They have a female cover of that song, but
God,
dude, I'm telling you,
somebody
like
dub
the
it over with
emotional
Frank
whiplash is
Sinatra.
nuts.
that's a great song though. Like,
It's
You know what I think is
fly me
insane?
to the moon. What is insane?
That people have let us do this for 10 episodes now.
I can't
Yeah.
believe people still show up. Holy
Yeah.
hell!
I can't
Does not have
believe
something
it's
better
not
to
butter.
do?
Of course.
God
not.
bless all
They're
y'all.
here.
That's well, yeah, but that's hold on, hold up. Not getting trapped in a fucking loop again.
Oh, my pizza's here. My goodness.
Pizza time, Andy, give us a pizza time.
Oh,
Pizza
shit.
time. I did that once and
Wait.
only once for one delivery.
Well, they're just like, hey, you say the pizza time thing. It's like, no, here's your pizza. It's like, say it or you're not getting a fucking tip.
Okay, here's a
Just
question
holds
for
up
you,
a
Andy.
20. It's like it's right here.
It's
How
more
many-
like yeah.
How many times have you gotten the special request to draw something on the box?
Never.
Oh,
Guys, these pepperonis are the size of my ex-girlfriend's nipples. They're fucking huge.
Oof.
Wait, what?
I see you're a man of culture, Kibbles.
so what are they like? Sandwich pepperonis?
You know what? I'm just gonna take a picture. I'm gonna take a
Oh,
picture
God,
of these
no.
fucking
I
pepperonis.
don't,
They're
I don't
fucking-
need
Wait,
to
oh.
see
they're
the
enormous.
actual
Yeah,
comparison.
Let's see these. These are gonna be big ass deli pepperonis. They're like the size of a goddamn compact disc.
Yeah.
Mr. Owl's here.
Oh my
Hello,
gosh.
Mr. Owl.
The whole gang is back
Who
together.
watches
We're
this
crushing
instead
it.
of sleeping? My
These-
God.
Look at these fucking giant fucking pepperonis. I'm just
Oh,
saying, they're
right.
fucking huge.
I should draw Mr.
They're
Owl.
like
Oh, it's
Brooklyn's
one of those, the
nuts.
big flat ones.
Yeah, it's deli pepperoni.
All right, is it just me, or are pepperonis at their best when they're actually like crunchy?
Yes.
absolutely.
Ugh,
when they become
crunchy
bacon,
pepperonis, though. Ooh,
dude, when they just become bacon, that's
Oh,
when
man.
they're at their best.
that's high tier pepperoni right there.
I didn't know that this was
Hmm.
up for debate.
I mean, that's true.
I'm trying to find a picture of Super Wiener's seal. I want to draw him.
You know,
I
And
mean,
I
it's,
find
just
a lot
just,
of
it
it's
here.
just a seal.
I'm
Just
not
look up
good at
seal.
drawing. No, but his seal is special. It's a special seal.
It's
Are
a
we
special
talking like?
needs seal? It's just a
Are we
normal
talking
seal otherwise.
kiss from a rose seal or?
Yeah, it's a happy black guy seal.
you see, we have a color chart. It goes all the way from seal to seal's teeth.
Mhm.
I swear to God, that is one of the best jokes in Community that just goes right by and nobody addresses it.
There's a lot of those. What a show.
I have
That's
never actually seen Community.
So, well, honestly, you should do it.
It's worth
I-
watching, dude.
I had to push Fluffy into getting into it. She didn't like it at first, but eventually she warmed up to it and really enjoyed it. That's what I said when it
Really?
ended.
I think that's actually how I got into anime. Was like I was adamantly against it,
Yep.
and then finally I was like, "Fuck it, I'll watch this stupid JoJo's Bizarre Adventure show."
Yeah, Kibbles, you and me were the kids squaring up on the playground over whether or not anime was stupid or not. Like, absolutely.
Yeah, Menthol was on the street, on the corner, being your little fucking pusher. Hey,
What-
hey,
who-
guys, watch some animes.
Hey, man, you want to see some G Gundams?
Like
How
looking
about-
back,
How about some bio boosted armor Guyver, kid? You want to get hooked on that shit? First taste is free, dude.
Like looking back, I watched Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and Gundam Suit and fucking like I didn't see those as animes. I was just like, fuck yeah, giant robots.
Exactly, because the distinction between an anime and a cartoon is basically non-existent in a child's mind because it's really not there to begin with.
I knew that it was different, you know, when I was looking at Dragon Ball and stuff. I knew it was different, but
But
I
like
didn't
it's
quite.
you see it's a different style, but that's about as far as it goes, you know.
Yeah.
I was
got-
actually watched a lot of anime before I knew the term anime or animation, because they used to play it on the old Sci-Fi Channel.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was an adult cartoon because before I saw any of that, I saw heavy metal.
Nah,
Dude, heavy metal was the shit.
I just
I
thought
was
it was another thing like that.
I was fortunate to come up right in the anime boom in the 90s. Like right before that shit started coming out real big. I was catching some of it that was being like released low key on networks.
Yeah, then the anime boom happened. And I'm like, oh, so there's actually a difference. So I actually find more of this shit. Oh, there's a lot of this shit. Pretty cool.
You gotta get up at 5 in the morning to watch fucking Sonic Underground, Beast Wars, Ronin Warriors, and Sailor Moon, and then you get your ass on a bus.
Did you say Rodent Wars? What the hell is Rodent Wars?
Ronin Warriors.
Oh,
Ronin Warriors is just
Rodent
the guy's
Warriors.
version of Sailor Moon. I swear to God, dude, if you look this shit up, it is literally just Sailor Moon for boys.
Isn't all Sentai basically just Sailor Moon for boys?
Isn't Sailor
Not
Moon Sailor
quite.
Moon for boys?
Not quite. They do like fucking a little bit more of a twist on the themes and shit like that. They don't just have them always follow the same plot formula.
You got fighting, you got transformation scenes that nobody interrupts for some reason.
Oh no, but what I mean by that is like, you know how in every episode of Sailor Moon, the episode starts with, oh no, Queen Beryl or whoever the fuck opened up some evil brainwashing shoe store / ice cream parlor / hair salon.
Hmm.
And then they go, wow, that place just opened up. I hear it's really popular. Everyone that comes out of there seems fucking weird though. We should
Ah,
probably go in
shit.
there and get our hair done.
That's
Like
fucking Code
every
Lyoko.
time. Yeah.
that is Code Lyoko.
me and Santa were talking about that last night, actually. Code Lyoko, I will fight to my dying breath to defend the early seasons.
I watched Code Lyoko
Okay,
as a kid.
okay,
For
I'm
some
sorry.
reason,
I'm
it's
sorry.
Yeah.
Code Lyoko was not good.
It
No,
wasn't.
dude.
It
was not, but it was more entertaining than it should have been given the format.
I'm gonna tell you something, and it's absolutely real. So I've already told you guys I didn't watch much anime as a kid because my mom was like, "That'll rot your brain," and she was right.
Yeah. But she was okay with Code Lyoko?
But Code Lyoko was the one thing we could watch, and you know why? Is because it aired on a French channel because it was a French production.
Oh, your
company.
mom was a jingoist, dude.
So we watched it in French. It was looking back on it though, it was pretty bad.
Yeah,
I tried
no,
watching
dude.
a couple episodes. I'm like, oh man, this shit sucked. This is so
No,
bad.
if your mom was letting you watch that shit and saying anime would rot your brain, where that wouldn't. No, that's bullshit.
I think what got me was Code Lyoko aired at the same time as that fucking weird, like robot show or something. I can't remember what the fuck it was.
That's, I mean, it's a very blanket statement. That could be anything.
It was
Yeah,
it was like it was computers and they were inside the computer. It was called like Turned On or fucking Reboot or something. Yeah.
Reboot was from like fucking 92, my dude.
Was it? Oh, fucking
Yeah.
old.
It's fucking
No, you was catching reruns and shit. That was around like before Beast Wars, man. Because that was the job that got them Beast
But it was
Wars.
like CGI and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of the first CGI shows. Like ones
Really?
that was made
Oh,
entirely from
I
CGI.
think I know what you guys are
absolutely.
talking about.
Yeah. Reboot, the one where it's like they're inside the computer and the cube comes down and it says now playing a game. And if you die in the game, you're just fucking deleted. Gotta fight the users. Fuck that asshole. I don't know why he's booting the game up again, but here we go.
Die for real.
And then at the end of the first season, our main character just gets yeeted into the internet, never to be seen again until season 2's finale.
God.
No, that show
Like,
was.
I would
fucking
like
sick. Sorry, go ahead.
I would like some of whatever they were smoking.
Oh, dude, Mainframe Entertainment was on some wild ass shit because by the time they got to making Beast Wars, dude, they were throwing stuff at kids that no kid had any fucking possible way of knowing. Like, this shit was absolutely outside their demographic. Because they're throwing fucking Shakespearean references in a show for like 10-year-olds. Bruh. What fucking 10-year-old has read Hamlet?
Nerds.
Got you
What
there.
10-year-old understands like a fucking samurai warrior having a Bushido existential crisis?
Nerds. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Nerds.
Exactly. Like, this is not written for the people that they were aiming for. They were selling toys and shit, but they were writing a whole different thing. It was wild.
There's
Another thing with like
I'm
Reboot
seeing.
around that time is there was a lot of shows like we didn't know what the fuck the internet was at the time, so there's like a bunch of like weird like oddly paranormal like bullshit related to it, like it powered by the ghosts of the souls of people like that,
Mhm.
or like Serial Experiments Lane, to where you could put your soul in an email and just live on the internet.
Just
The X Files did an
God.
episode like that.
I
Yeah,
didn't
right.
watch it, but isn't that what basically Shaman King was as well?
God damn it! Oh, I hate you for that, mutagen. I'm currently watching Shaman King and questioning if that series was ever good.
I suck. It's on Netflix, I think now.
Yeah,
And
they're
I-
doing the like
What-
English dub side by side with the release of the Japanese one.
What is Shaman King?
It's
Shaman
some
King is a
shonen
series
anime.
about a kid that's got to summon ghosts to fight in a big tournament so he can become god.
It's like Pokemon but with dead people.
God,
Hey,
yeah.
fuck.
or
Oh.
JoJo, but bad.
Yeah, actually, that's a good way to put it. It's like JoJo but terrible.
Hello, Funkshire.
I'm not.
What's
we
that?
got Are we missing anyone or no? This is the no wait, we're missing one
All
person.
right,
We're
we
missing
do
Lemon.
need. We
Ugh.
do. Give me wait, 1
Mhm.
second, please, gentlemen.
That's right.
If
That's
I
why I
could
play
just,
taps.
if I could, yep. That. Give me just one moment, please.
Moment given.
It is my unfortunate privilege to inform the viewers of the FluffCast that we have lost our most notable, most honorable General Lemon, and he will be
Where'd he go?
severely missed. I am here to bury him. He was a good
It's
man.
very sad.
He was a lover. He was a
F in the
husband.
chat, guys.
I have taps playing right now on stream. If I could just get a respectful F in chat for our boy, Lemon.
An F for our fallen comrade.
Never forget it.
Also,
He was-
before anyone starts freaking the fuck out, no, he didn't actually die. He's
No.
just not going to be around for a while because he's fucking
Yeah.
sick.
He was
So as
All right, taps is over. Back to what we were up to.
Can you put like a floating like transparent ghost like? Actually, you know what?
Ghost
Hold
lemon.
on.
Yeah. see
I'm
what
gonna
you
I'm
can
gonna
do.
I'm gonna quickly edit together a Force Ghost Lemon for you.
Thank you.
while
welcome.
you're editing the Force Ghost Lemon, can you play Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On"?
This is
Okay, hold on. Will Force Ghost Lemon be played by 3 different actors depending on the cuts of the movie we're watching?
Who
Of
would
course.
who would play Lemon in the FluffCast movie?
Me?
Rock.
Chad
Yeah,
Kroger.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Chad Kroger make a good Lemon.
Oh
You-
shit.
Who's another modern fluffy pony artist? I unfortunately, or even community member that I can draw.
No.
Oh,
Uh,
here we go. Booperino. Booperino. There we go.
Booperino.
Our boy Booperino.
Infra Turbine, etc.
Oh right, and Fred Turbine. I like the people with the Inhuman.
I'm seeing a lot of new faces in the chat right now.
Are we?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Seeing
Well,
some
Yeah, no, it
people
looks
from
like
welcome.
Sisona, whatever, however it's pronounced. First time being here. I'm so sorry.
Adam Sandler is not a fluffy pony artist.
you sure
That's-
about that?
Can't prove that.
Adam Sandler could very well be a like super
Cute.
prolific fluffy pony artist. He could be fucking
Yeah.
artist kun for all we know, dude.
I mean, honestly, I could see like early '90s Adam Sandler doing it, like a son of a bitch. Nowadays, he's too PG. He's too. I gotta make sure Kevin James has a paycheck at the end of the day.
No, the Adam Sandler that recorded the cock and ball skit that goes for like 6.5 minutes. That one.
I
could
searched.
can
totally
see
be on
that.
Fluffy Pony.
I searched up
Even-
Adam. Yeah.
Even up to like Waterboy Adam Sandler, I can see doing it. But modern Adam Sandler's just like, man, if I fuck up, Kevin James is gonna starve. What's he gonna rely on? That hot zookeeper money?
Kevin James, who the fuck are you joking, dude?
Oh wait.
We
he
got to
didn't-
worry about what's his name? Deuce Bigelow's actor is starving.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider, yeah.
I will
That's
say
true.
though, as far as like friends go, you can't have a better friend than Adam Sandler because he's gonna guarantee you money. He's gonna get you work.
Here we'll put Adam Sandler
That's it.
Adam Sandler, the fluffy pony artist. This is
And I'll
the
put you
same
guys
thing.
in the Bahamas at the same time too.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, let's go on the Bahamas trip. Oh, but Adam, we're poor. How are we gonna how are we gonna pay for this? Don't you worry. Ah.
Here, wait. This is
We're gonna film a movie there. What's the movie about, Adam? Well, we're a bunch of middle-aged white guys, except for Chris Rock. You're the black guy. We got to make sure nobody thinks we're racist, because we're friends. We're
You gotta have
friends.
the token.
That's it. Got to have the token. We're friends who are white. We're not friends because we are white. We got to distinguish that. And then we're going to get into like wacky shenanigans about how we hate our wives and how we don't understand our kids.
I swear to God, how many fucking movies actually do follow that formula? Like, it is unreal. Where there's 3
Who-
white dudes and 1 black guy just to make sure.
Too goddamn many.
I think that Madagascar follows that formula too, but they changed it up with a girl.
They did.
I'm
they,
pretty sure like half the Tim Allen movies follow that
Well,
formula.
Madagascar has two
Yeah, two white
black
guys.
people.
Wait, David Schwimmer's black?
David
Yeah.
Schwimmer is not black, but the hippo was black. What was
Sorry.
the hippo's
I
name?
don't think she was black. I don't think Gloria was black from
Gloria
Madagascar.
was definitely black.
that
I was worried. I was
Glor-
remembering Friends wrong for a minute. Holy shit.
I mean, it's like them. Gloria's played by Jada Pinkett Smith. Yeah, she's black.
Oh, they got 2 black guys in Madagascar. Never mind.
You know, the woman who went out and like cheated on Will Smith by getting like donkey punched by a 16-year-old.
God, I still can't believe she drug his ass out on television like that. She did him so fucking dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Drag this man out on TV in a fucking public interview and then reveal to him, by the way, I'm fucking the pool boy. Just so you know. And
I
does it
mean-
where the man can't even have like a proper fucking freak out as any normal person would. He has to just kind of like bite his lip and go, okay.
Because would you
All
know,
right,
stood
fine.
up, thrown the first piece of furniture you could find, and gone the fuck out, been like, bitch, either you or me are staying at the Super 8 tonight. We ain't having this shit. And so you're gonna put it on TV. So Will's like, well, I can't freak out because I'll never work again because then I'll be labeled like a rabid black guy, and that's how they got that's how they got Bernie Mac out of all television. So
Mm. Yeah, no, they did him dirty like that. I still
They
can't
did.
believe she fucking drug his ass out there like that and did that shit.
I feel bad for like Will Smith because it makes me think of like he's getting the bad ending. It was
Dude,
like
I
I
feel
hope
real bad for him because he was America's sweetheart for
Yes.
years. And then he started trying to push his family, and everybody was like, dude, your family's not as talented as you, calm down.
that's
And
it.
he
It's
just
like,
never learned that lesson.
it's like we get it. It's like it's okay, Will. Your family, you love them, that's fine, but they have no talent, Will. I'm sorry. If these
That's
children were
it.
born in the Middle Ages, they'd be took out behind the back shed
Jada
and
Pinkett
drowned in the
Smith-
well.
Dude, Jada Pinkett Smith played at Ozfest one year, and you know what happened?
I imagine she got booed off stage.
She got one song, and they started hucking fucking beer bottles.
I believe it.
Why would she play at Ozfest?
She had a metal band.
Huh.
Nah, like,
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith is going to be like one of those few celebrity deaths that will make me fucking tear up.
Oh yeah, he's
'cause,
gonna be
like-
like Michael Jackson. Like everybody's gonna feel that one.
Yeah, because like for me, and I think about it, like there's not very many celebrity deaths I've ever given a fuck about. You give all people like, oh, he was taken too quick. I've only ever felt that about Robin Williams and fucking Kentaro Miura. That's it. And that's because when I realized that Robin Williams, I could have possibly gone on that same road of like trying to make everybody happy, but not myself happy and kill myself. I was like, holy fuck.
One that
That,
kind of got me pretty bad was a
sorry.
voice actor.
Who's that?
Tony J.
All right, there you go, Andy.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
What's?
Force Ghost Lemon
Oh, here we go.
of cast.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'll get that in.
Yeah,
Tony J,
Tony J
Go-
was
go
the
ahead.
actor that played Chairface Chippendale in The Tick, and you may know
Oh,
him more
fuck.
from Judge Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yep. Okay.
Wait, he
or
died?
Megabyte from
Dude,
Reboot.
he's been dead for years. He's been dead since like
Mhm.
the early 2000s.
Didn't
That's
he
like,
do?
That's like Phil Hartman, you know?
I don't think
Yeah.
early
Oh, yeah.
2000s. Because didn't he do Doctor Strange in Arkham City?
No.
Victor Von Strange and Arkham
No.
Asylum. I could have sworn. Wait, that's the guy who was Frollo, right?
No,
Mm.
that was not Tony J. Tony J died whenever like the last Soul Reaver game came out. Like right after that, the motherfucker kicked the bucket.
Didn't he voice Kane?
I know he voiced the Elder God.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah,
So
the
I
tentacle
always-
fucker.
I always remember him as Megabyte like the best, and like you said, Count Frollo.
Mhm.
So I always, or Judge Frollo, I'm sorry. So I always remember him as bad guys for the most part because he had that
I'll-
perfect bad guy voice.
I'll tell you a deep pull that I was talking with Santa about this morning, actually, because we were talking about like 90s and such on cartoons and like
Yeah.
different shit we remember from him back in the day. He played a fairly major villain in the Mighty Ducks cartoon. Who the
Was he-
fuck watched that one?
Oh,
Can-
dude, I used to watch
can I-
that shit to go to
Can I
sleep.
get a shout out for my boys in the Mighty Ducks?
Gotta get the Mighty Ducks with that fucking badass dragon bad guy they had, and then like trying to make hockey cool for everybody, but it just didn't work.
Yeah, they had a duck that had a fucking eye patch and a laser sword. Like they were really trying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never really watched it.
No, I remember that shit because it used to come on late on Toon Disney when I was a kid, and I'd watch that and then watch Darkwing Duck and go to bed.
Mm. Plus, like I was showing you this morning, Santa, that fucking intro. Oh my god, that intro's a banger.
Yeah.
I totally blame like 90s TV intros and like all the music on Power Rangers for my love of rock music today.
God, there were some good fucking intros.
God, there
Oh,
were
yeah.
so fucking many that just had like the sickest licks.
I'm not getting over that fucking fever dream that was the Power Rangers movie that I'd never seen before and you made me watch.
Oh, the fucking
Bro, I just
X-Men
watched the
cartoon.
2017 one myself last night. I rewatched it for the first time since it came out. And like, you know, honestly, that movie's actually pretty good for the first third. Second third's aimless as fuck, and the third one sucks. But that first third of the movie, pretty fucking strong. That first act was well written. Besides, Andy, you want to dive into the weird shit, you got to get into the Japanese shows, dude.
How Japanese are we talking?
Like, Japanese enough that they're
Like
finishing
weird
movies.
game shows or stuff involving people's underwear?
Weird
Yes.
game shows, more like.
Okay, so not too Japanese.
No, it's fairly tame. It's like weird enough that you got to finish the monsters off by kicking a football around that turns into a garbage truck and then just drives off.
As one does.
That's how we roll.
This it is.
I don't know. Anyone that grew up with Power Rangers and shit like that enjoyed it at all, I highly recommend checking out some of the Japanese shit that's under the Tokusatsu label.
Yeah, I used to
Like,
not be a believer, but then
wild.
menthol converted me. That shit's wild.
Dude, it's so weird because like their shows were way, way better put together than our shit was whenever we chopped and screwed it down.
Mm-hmm.
Like all their plot lines way tighter. All their shit they were like actually willing to do a little bit crazier. I don't remember a part where a ranger was unmorphed in their fucking Megazord screaming, "Please God, don't let me die," with their hand to the fucking sky.
I remember you telling me about that, yeah.
Yeah, right.
At the end of the day, if you feel like you don't have enough
Weird
you
shit.
know, content of dudes in plastic armor shouting coherently, just talk
Oh,
to
yeah.
Menthol. He'll hook you up.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
got all the hookups, baby.
Menthol has just opened my eyes to a magical world of fantastical things.
In fact, just for giggles and shit, let me pull something up real quick and check this folder.
You know what I find interesting here? I'm just gonna quick little segue here. Maybe talk about maybe
Sig
talk
you.
about fluff. It's a little Sigyu here. So I noticed
760
that.
gigs of Toku shit.
So
by the way.
I noticed that. All right. So here's your fluff. All right, and it's got its
All right.
hooves, and it's got its hooves. Now I draw fluff like a little spiky, like it flows out like how to put this, like that. You know, it kind of flows a little bit more. Maybe it's a little matted in places. But what I find interesting about Booperino is that, and something I might take a look at is he draws fluff like this, like a little curly.
Oh,
Like a
curly.
little-
Yeah, there's a couple artists that do that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's very interesting.
Well, shit. Now I'm sad.
What's wrong?
My brother just sent me a picture. I didn't know they were making this. He knows that from Demon Slayer, my favorites were in Goku because I'm a fan of any kind of Big Brother character. Because I have like 6 brothers. So I saw this and I was like, oh, dude, maybe I should see about pre-ordering one of those. Pre-order's closed, so that means I'm not going to ever be able to get one because I can't afford to sell my car to get one. Because fuck scalpers. It's just like with Kill Team. I was so excited because like the new Orc Kill Team is coming out with orcs and fucking plastic Kriegers, and I was like, this is gonna be great. And then Games Workshop's gonna fuck around, so I was like, well, I don't want to buy anything from them because they're kind of being assholes about everything, so I won't. and now they're online going for like $400, and I was like, yeah, I think capitalism just hates Funkshire. That's what it is.
All right, Mr. Ali, do you have a reference image for your profile picture? Can you send me a higher resolution of your profile picture? Just shoot me a PM of it. I'll draw my boy there.
And it's just an owl with, I think, purple hair.
I think it's got like a big angry monobrow too. Has anyone?
Didn't Dragon Ixer or somebody like draw his avatar recently?
I'll look. I'll search it. But the issue is that you look up your Dragon Nixia. What has she posted? Has she posted Mr. Owl? Oh, she has. Oh my god. All right. Well, I guess I. Christ alive! I love this. Here, let's put this up on. I'm gonna put this on stream actually. You know, you think you get it. Hmm?
Oh, go ahead.
You think you're good at art, and then the dragon shows you up. But y'all, what?
Y'all ever have that moment where you kind of have an idea and you're like, oh man, that would be terrible. And then you think it through a little bit more and you're like, holy shit, wait, no, this actually could work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that works.
That's how I felt. Remember when I had the idea for Bamachan there for a while?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I felt.
I just had one of those with, hey, you know what would be a cool idea? It would be trash, but it would be a cool idea to see a Fluffy Pony character action game. And then I thought about it.
Character action game, huh?
Yeah, and then I thought about
I'll be
it for a
right back.
second and realized, wait a minute, Fluffy Ponies can't really like hurt anything, so the damage is basically non-existent in that scenario. That means you can just combo one enemy for like a fucking hour. Oh,
Dude,
dude, that's the sickest character action game. Shit.
It would just be like the Bloody Palace from Devil May Cry. Just like you go up there, you start just chaining stuff, but it's just a dude standing there getting punched in the leg, but it's not doing anything to him. And he's just like,
They just give you like 3 enemies. That's Bloody Palace. Go.
that's it. Like defeat all 3 enemies. At some point, you're doing negative damage because the guy's laughing at you.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you for trying.
That is something I think about. I keep thinking like, oh, maybe I should go through with the Bamachan thing, but I think the VTuber market is so saturated now, I shouldn't do it.
That's
Huh.
the thing. By the time that you hear about it, it's too late to invest.
The what chan
Yeah.
thing?
I had an idea at one point, so I was like, Funk, you should do the VTuber thing, which I kind of do, but I guess I'm what you call like a PNG tuber because I just have the character art in the corner. And the idea was to make just a cute little girl, dress her up like an Alabama fan, and then voice her just as I am now.
And it's
That's
gonna be Bamachan.
horrifying, and I love it.
And just call her Bamachan because, you know, I'm Southern as fuck. And she would have like her little Roll Tide shirt on and her little Bear Bryant hat and all that shit. And I would just do whatever. But by the time I kind of got it hammered out, I was thinking about it, I was like, there are just too many fucking VTubers. Like, I just don't think I could pull it off.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Plus-
what's stopping you from, just having fun with it?
That's true.
It doesn't have to be successful. Just do it.
But do you really want to contribute to the Western form of idol culture?
That is a good point, though.
I
I'm
actually
saying there's good points on both sides here.
I actually stopped watching a YouTuber I've watched for years because he kept shilling VTubers, and I just bugged me so much. It feels so needless.
Honestly, I like VTubers for the most part. Some of them are really good. I do feel like there are too many. Like they're like every time you turn around, there's like another one, and they're all the same thing. But there are some that are good. I'm a big fan of Pikami. I think she's adorable. That fucking tea kettle laugh.
Some
I
of them
think
I
there-
don't mind that much. and
there's-
Some of them is just like, ugh, that's kind of gross. I know exactly what market you're appealing to, and I don't like it.
I feel like a lot of it can come off as I couldn't make it as like an interesting streamer, so I decided to slap a fucking anime girl in the front of it to get that SIP money, which is
Well,
fine.
especially
Like
after the Project Melody thing when it's.
I
right at
am
the edge
I am
anyway.
100% down with people milking, in the metaphorical sense, mind you, the horny internet idiots, because it's just free money.
It's kind of like at this point, I think I'm doing fairly well as streaming as Funkshire. I've got a good little community going. I got people showing up. I even got regulars. I'm even doing a giveaway tonight.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's going pretty good. But at the same time, I do think about it. It could work. I'm sorry. Go
Speaking
ahead.
of which, do you want to push the getaway or giveaway? Yeah.
Can I? Is that all right?
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tonight after FluffCast, which I'm gonna say we'll be done by 9 o'clock, right?
9:30. Yeah. Oh, my
Okay, so
time. Wait, give me a second.
your
9
time.
o'clock. 9
So-
o'clock. Your time would be 10 o'clock. My time. Yes, we'll be done by 9 o'clock.
Okay. So basically, about 9 o'clock Central, I'll be doing an art stream for the first time in like a week because the hurricane tried to kill me. And basically, what I'll be doing is I'll be doing a giveaway where I will be giving away a copy of No More Heroes, No More Heroes 1. I keep wanting to say No More Heroes 2, but the first No
Yeah.
More Heroes. I'll be giving it away on the stream. To enter, only thing you got to do is you can either join my Discord, you can follow me on Twitter, like the post on Twitter. You get an extra entry for so much. I actually have full rules on there, which in fact, hold on, I will get.
I think Funk, you and me are the only ones here that's played No More Heroes, right?
I think so. And honestly, if you haven't, I think you'll enjoy it because it's a zany game. It's a good game, and it's just one of those that's very memorable because the characters are so damn entertaining.
The best way I would describe it is No More Heroes is made by Suda51. And Suda51 is the game director equivalent of Quentin fucking Tarantino. Like,
Let's
anytime that dude touches a project, you recognize his fingerprints all over the goddamn place.
Yep. Like I said, all you got to do is I've got that right there. With my Twitter handle here, which is just twitter.com/funkshire.
Mr. Al, how do you make the ooh sound in Cyrillic? What letter do you use in the Cyrillic alphabet?
Oh God! Please don't learn how to say "oo woo" in Russian.
No, I'm trying to make him say
Oh,
who.
what is it?
I'm trying to make him say who, but in Cyrillic, and all I know is the X is ha. That's the noise in Cyrillic, or I guess yeah, Russian.
This is absolutely cursed knowledge, and I won't be a part of it.
Oh, it's a surprise.
Eventually, Bluffspeak will be translated into every language, and that's terrifying to me.
I like the idea that fluffies speak languages based on. It actually probably isn't that genius or that innovative, but I like the idea that fluffies speak languages with the fluency at which there are numbers of that particular community. Like, so you got the Spanish and the Russians, so there are very proficiently speaking Spanish fluffies. There are incredibly proficient Russian-speaking fluffies. And English, of course. Everything else is a little more up in the air. God help any fluffy try. Pardon me, one more time?
I like the idea that I posed to you a while back. The idea that, like, fluffies that don't speak the same natural language, like, you know, English and Spanish or, you know, Japanese or whatever. Like, they could be from different parts of the world. They don't even know the same language. They can still communicate somehow. Hasbio built that shit in.
Fluff magic.
Fluffies find a way.
Yeah, right.
Country
So-
fluffies make do.
God
Do we
help. What?
actually have some questions? I think I saw a few in talking points. Do we have any questions on the post itself? Any
No.
question?
Some guy said that he can't make it, and that's about it. Nobody
Ugh,
wants a Joe
that's rough.
Biden. Nobody wants a Joe Biden. mug.
Nobody wants the Joe Biden mug?
Nobody, for some godforsaken reason, the one episode joke that I'm trying to force into the ground is not resonating well with the populace, and I can't
Unbelievable.
imagine why.
I feel like I need the Joe Biden mug because I
Friends are gonna
need.
come over and be like, Andy, why you got so many Joe Biden mugs? Like, don't ask.
Just like I'm gonna tell him you have a problem.
And do you have a problem with our president? No, I have too many things good with our president. That's the issue.
I just keep buying these mugs to give away, and nobody wants any of them. And I mean, fuck, I'm on a subscription plan, man. They're sending me like 48 of these things a year.
I
I
get
don't
a
know what
new.
to do.
It's the Joe Biden mug of the month club. It's like I just don't know what to do.
It's the same mug every month. What's the point?
It's
No,
just
they send you 52 mugs in a year, one for every week.
no. He gets ever so slightly closer each time.
Until finally, it's like you just turn around and hear, "Hello, boys," and you're like, "Oh my God, it's Mr. Biden."
You enjoying that coffee?
Who the fuck
How's
is
that
calling
coffee
me?
doing you?
The president?
Hello, Mr. President.
You gonna let that
So,
shit go to voicemail?
I just should go to voicemail in a hurry.
Hello there. How are you, Bomb Boys, today? Staying away
How
from
are
all
you
that
boys?
malarkey.
I got them boys out of Iraq. Don't you mean Afghanistan, sir?
What?
I mean,
Ain't they?
you got them all out, but you left all the dogs.
They left all the
Oh, that's sad.
dogs?
Yep. You didn't hear about that?
Oh,
No, I
Well,
didn't hear
they all,
about that
they
at
all go
all.
to heaven.
They
oh,
pulled
fine.
out, and there was an official government mandate that they leave all the dogs behind. Every service dog that was working for the U.S. Army in Afghanistan was left there.
Probably to,
What
avoid
All right.
transmission of disease.
Rescue
Eh,
9, what the
something
fuck is
other.
this thing?
It's like a zombie pig or something. I honestly don't fucking know.
Do I just draw like a fucking hoglin from Minecraft?
I mean, it's kind of what it looks like. I don't know what it's supposed to be. But they're not here to speak for themselves, so.
That is a Frankenpiggo.
Okay. It looks like it's got Gara's gourd upside down for a head.
Reset the clock on fucking Naruto references. Holy shit.
That clock always reads 0. It's not much of a clock.
That guy's just as purty as Haku. Or was it Haku? I
Look at
can't remember that kid's name.
No,
was
you're
good.
right. It was
No,
Haku.
it was Haku. Yeah.
Everybody
Hak-
fell for Haku. Everybody was like, "Nah, that's got to be a chick, right?"
That's got to be. Don't sit there and make my 13-year-old dick figure this out.
Right.
God, it was confusing.
Zabuza is totally smashing that, and we were all right about that part. It's just the other part we were all fucked up about.
Yup.
It's a bit weird, like for a society that's pretty conservative and pretty homophobic. A lot of pretty looking boys in those animes, huh?
Well, surprisingly, there's a pretty fucking rich history of gay culture over in Japan that goes way the fuck back.
It's kind of like at one
Yeah.
point they were like, you know what's gay? Having sex with women.
Yeah, that was the
Missionaries
thing.
kind of fucked shit up, didn't they, huh?
Yeah,
They're just like, man, it's like, why would you fuck a girl when we could just put this pretty dude in a kimono and it's the same thing?
I mean, Oda Nobunaga, the baddest motherfucker that ever walked Japanese soil, was straight up confirmed to be gay.
I mean, like,
Like his wife was a beard. She produced
there-
an air, and that was it.
there was a time where people would just like collect like incredibly intricate like scrolls of pornography and would invite their friends over to like look at them together,
Oh yeah.
which just brings to mind that image of, are you seriously jerking off alone? No, I'm with the boy.
Boys!
Give us a minute here. Like, we're gonna bust out some of that exotic lube Joe picked up the other day.
We got that
Joe who?
keto friendly lube.
We got that keto friendly lube. That's what it is. Hey, this lube keto. Hey,
Rest in peace, DMX.
rest in power.
May you not have an overdose in a parking lot in heaven somewhere.
And if you do, I hope it's like a Target or something nice.
No, I'm making
Or the
fun of
nice
the.
Walmart at least.
No, I was gonna say I'm making fun of the last incident he had before he got arrested that last time,
Oh yeah.
where they just found his ass overdosed in the driver's seat of his car in the parking lot with the car running, just sitting there idling. And whenever the paramedics revived him, first thing he did was come to and goes, "Oh, this wasn't an overdose. Fuck off!" and jumped in his car and drove off.
Damn. Yeah, that's DMX's fuck right there.
Oh, DMX.
One of the last true motherfuckers that like money didn't change a damn bit, you know. He made all that money and didn't care a iota.
Oh, Christ. Turbine has an
I wish I
interesting
had
OC.
insane fuck you money.
Right?
You just do crazy
That's
shit.
That's what I want. Is not shut the fuck up money. I want fuck you money. Money where I can go up to the Pope and say "fuck you, dude," and just throw the money in his face, and he's like, "Fair enough."
You can learn a lot about a guy from how he refers to his money. Someone calls it dough. That's someone who has a lot of money, but won't shortly.
Yeah.
Who is that? That's Dimitri Martin. That was one of his. That was from his Comedy Central show.
I have been muted this entire fucking time.
God
Damn
bless
it,
Kibbles.
Kibbles. Come on.
I got a question for you guys.
All right.
It is.
How do you prefer your Pregnant fluffies.
Oh, it's
Exploding.
Grilled.
Grilled.
No, straight up
Exploding.
exploding every
Medium
time,
rare.
dude. Every time. Fluff's poison is
You're
way
gonna have to
funnier.
you're gonna have to refine the question because I'm not sure what you mean.
I'm gonna say over easy.
How would you draw a pregnant male fluffy?
Alright,
How would I?
so
You know what? I know what this
Woo!
is for, so I'm not gonna answer.
Yeah,
What?
because I'm gonna need the money up front before I answer that.
Because I would just say not at all.
All right, I tell you what. Since I don't know the context for this, I will answer. 2 big ass fucking boils on the side of them. Just not necessarily a boil, but you know what I mean. Just like a huge ass lump under the skin. There you go. Just one on each side.
And that's him pregnant?
I'm
If you're gonna do
perplexed.
Mpreg fluffies, do something weird with it.
Yeah, just do it like where his like fluffy nuts would be. They're just swole up like grapefruit.
No, not even that. Like I'm talking his fucking stomach or his rib cage.
Okay.
Like something just really bizarre looking.
Well, see, I was thinking like his nuts would swell up, and you just go and pluck them off like an orange or something, and you're just like baby fluffy.
Wait, you can't put the babies in the balls because where would the pee go?
They just kind of
This is
swim.
true. This is true.
The babies
Baby's
can't
got
float in the
gills.
pee, dude.
Baby's got gills. We all know this.
Don't
You cannot make the baby breathe pee.
He ain't breathing the pee. He's breathing the oxygen in the pee.
It's taking a weird
There's no
turn.
oxygen in the pee.
wait, there's no
plenty of
oxygen in
the
pee?
pee.
Okay, so look, the water has gay memory, and it's funny because the dicks go in the water, right?
Hold on, let's get Patrick in here and so hopefully he can tell us if there's oxygen in pee.
No,
Is-
the pee has the memory of oxygen, but not actual
Oh
oxygen.
right, because he drank piss. I mean I've drinking piss too, and I don't think there's any oxygen in it.
Am I the only person here who hasn't drunk piss for some reason?
I haven't had.
Because you don't know how to live.
Jesus.
Mutagen ain't living.
Somebody's
can't
never
believe-
been stuck in the wild with a snake
Well,
skin and nothing else.
Apparently I drink seltzer and that's worse than piss, so
It's like you
I
drink
mean, yeah.
you drink piss, it's like that's not too bad. You drink
You ever
seltzer.
put,
What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
yeah, you ever put seltzer in a fucking snake skin? It's not the same, man.
Oh god.
you're all touched by the devil.
I am
Just a little
currently
bit.
touched. I have been.
Honey, I don't
Touched
know
by
what
an
you've
angel.
heard, but I am the devil.
So here's a question. Sunlight Sunshine asks, though, and I'll spread it to not just artists, but what do you listen to when you're working on your content?
The wall.
I have a very specific playlist for streaming, and the reason I have that specific one is because it's all music from artists that said it's okay for me to stream it. So I
That's
have that
fair.
put together. Yeah, because like a lot of content creators like the Proto Man, Twerp, the Midnight, they all came out and were like, hey, you want to stream our music while you're making content, go ahead. So I basically have an entire thing of just their music, and it works for me. Like if I don't have people visiting on the stream, that's the only one I'm listening to.
All right, that's a good tone, I'd say, for it. I mean,
like
that's what you're streaming. Like, do you ever draw, without
that-
the
Without the
without the
music.
stream?
Yeah, like when I other than that, I have like other playlists for that, and it's just a couple different ones. Like if I'm drawing late at night, I have a late night playlist, which is just all music that I associate with like nighttime stuff. And I got it. Then I've got the punk rock playlist, my sad country ass hours music playlist. It always depends on what I'm in the mood for.
I have trouble drawing on stream. I've done a couple draw streams and they are fun, but like, I feel like I can't do like like sticking. I can't stick with the same drawing for an entire stream. I like doing the sort of, hey, give me an idea and I'll bash out like a quick
Is
render. That's
it-
fun.
I'll do like the same one for multiple streams sometimes because I'm the world's worst about taking too long. So I'll generally work for a while on it. Then I'll get to a point where I'm like, okay, I can stop here for the night. Then I'll be all right. Well, I'll come back next time and go from there. And it generally works out pretty good. Keep the folks entertained.
Personally, I listen to a mix of stuff. Recently, I've just been listening to the fucking Less's Orchestra, which is an amazing album by
Mhm.
Alias and Dose One.
Yeah.
and oh god, it's so good. It's such a weirdly structured rap album. I recommend
There's
it.
there's one album I always recommend everybody. It's made by my favorite country artist, Sturgill Simpson, who is not like traditional country. He actually his country stuff is more traditional country, but because traditional country is seen as the outlier now, and now it's all bootleg country, they nobody really fucks with him. But he did a really amazing album called Sound and Fury that he actually made, like it had an anime made, a fucking graphic novel made for. And it's really good,
Mhm.
and it's got really good variety to it, where it's got these really good like bassy and sad songs, and it's got these really good like fuck you rock and roll songs. Like honestly, I can't recommend it enough.
I will remind you, Funk, you gotta spread the message that he spread with the album itself.
Oh yeah,
Why did he make the album?
because fuck you.
Nope.
I always
He made,
understand his. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, remember, he made the album because he got fucked up on all kinds of other shit. Instead of pain pills, he was doing like weed and mushrooms a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah. Because, like, got sick, got injured or whatever, had to take some pain pills as prescribed. And he was like, I'm not really feeling that. I'm just going to smoke a shitload of weed, maybe take some shrooms every once in a blue moon. And when he got real baked, he was like, you know what? Kind of feeling something new for this new album. Fuck it. Just put together whatever he felt like. Went to Japan, had some people choreograph it.
It's fucking amazing.
Just
It's
a
one of those.
fantastic
sorry.
experience.
It's just a fantastic album. My favorite song on it is probably "Make Art, Not Friends." If not that, it's either gonna be that or "Mercury in Retrograde." Like both those are
Ooh.
really good. But I always recommend. And then he also did a thing that I really like where he took his old albums and recut them all as bluegrass songs, and they're called his cut and grass sessions. And so if you want,
I've listened to those. They're really fucking good.
they're fucking amazing. My favorite is probably Jesus Boogie on that. Like he hasn't knock on wood, he has not done a bad album yet. I, he actually has a new one out that I haven't listened to, which is kind of like full of gunfighter ballads and shit.
Hmm.
Who is this? One more time.
Sturgill Simpson.
Sturgill Simpson. Okay.
That sounds like a made up name, like fucking what's the guy who does like the weird
Bo Burnham.
erotica novels on Amazon?
Oh,
You know
Chuck
what?
Tingle.
Chuck Tingle.
Chuck Tingle is fucking wholesome as shit, okay?
I
Pounded
mean,
in the
he's
butt by my
prolific.
love
I'll
of
give the guy that.
Also, I can't really say shit about my musical taste for any kind of creative process because I listen to a lot of the just most disconnected shit you can find over in FluffCast. I got a list of some of it.
Sorry, I'm jumping through a couple things.
You good?
It gets all over the place.
Oh, notably in that list, there's a Hanson song. And before you judge me too harshly, I swear to God, no, for real, guys, listen, no, shut up. I swear to God, like Hanson actually made a pop.
Is that the one we were listening to the other day that was so good?
Yeah, nothing like a love song.
Yeah, dude, that's a legit Bob. That's a certified hood classic.
Like that is a real true blue disco pop hit. Like it fucking feels great to listen to that song, and I can't believe it came from fucking Hanson of all people.
And like I was not prepared. Like that was on my Spotify recommendations, and so I was like, Hanson. So I checked it out, and it was like amazing. And then it kind of made me think of disco, and I know Menthol loves disco, so I was like, you got to hear this. And we listened to it, and it was pretty freaking fantastic.
I can't even like honestly answer the question about 90% of the time when people ask me, oh, what kind of music do you listen to? Because either you already know me well enough that it makes sense what I listen to, or you don't know me and it's going to be like a fucking 2-hour explanation for like the first 12 songs in this playlist.
Menthol, are you vibing right now to some loud Japanese woman?
I am.
Can you turn her down a little bit? She's bleeding through.
Also,
I deserve that. I deserve that.
I'd also put out a recommendation for Deltron 3030 if you haven't listened to it.
Oh God, yes.
Fucking Del the Funky Homo Sapien, who most
Del
people
the
will know.
Funky Homo Sapien. Oh my
Most
gosh.
people will know him as the blue guy from Clint Eastwood from the Gorillas.
Mhm.
Did 2 albums called that are his Deltron albums that are space operas that he has written, and they're amazing. There's Deltron 3030, the event, and then there's Deltron 3030, the event 2. The event 2 is a fucking masterpiece. I will fight anybody that says otherwise on that because
Was it
that's. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
was it Del who wrote that song about you needing to just like wash your fucking hands and be hygienic?
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember who the fuck that was. I don't think that was Dell, but he
'Cause
had very much Dell energy.
Yeah, because I remember stumbling across his album just like, from shuffling on Spotify. And I was like, what the hell is this rap song about like telling people not to be fucking nasty and just wash their goddamn hands? I mean, I appreciate the message, but who wrote this?
Artist.
You know what? Sometimes you just have to get a message out there in a hard fucking way.
Those are fucking.
Some
I
people
cannot
can't
remember
handle a tap on the shoulder and get it, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta be mean about it.
It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, dude, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was like, yeah, Deltron, Del the Funky Homo Sapien in general. Check that shit out. It's fucking fantastic. MC Chris sometimes. I love MC Chris, but he's more like chill music when I'm playing video games.
You listen to music while you play games? The
You don't?
only I just when I play Minecraft, and even then, I mostly just listen to the
Minecraft's got like some pretty fucking relaxing music. Like if I'm playing Minecraft, I'm
is
just like,
transcendental, man.
It's so weird. I was talking to
that
some
music
guys.
just hits different.
I was
It
talking.
does.
I was talking to some guys at work. No business playing Minecraft, and like I feel like everybody you meet, it's just like, yeah, I fucking love Minecraft. It's so great. That's just it. That's the game.
I see my dumb ass is over here vibing out and relaxing to like the heaviest of death metals I can get my hands on sometimes.
Where's
Sometimes my
that?
friends don't. Some of my friends don't believe me when I say like the heaviest metal I've heard, or like some of the best heavy metal you can hear, was written for a fictional rock band.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can use Blind Guardian to kind of stave off some of the problems of a headache if you know
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're doing.
Their new album sucked. I fucking hated it. I mean, okay. The
No, so let's
music
move it
is
down
fine.
then.
Like what's it called? Blind Guardian's most recent album was fine. The songs were good. What's that one that I find it weird that they just kind of like redo songs. What's the one they did that for? The Harbinger of Souls. There we go. Harbinger of Souls. They just redid. I think it was Between Time or something Between Time. Basically, they had the instrumentals for a song in their previous album, and they got rid of the vocals, and they just redid the song with different vocals, like different lyrics, different like moments for like the chorus to come in and shit. It's really weird, and like this, both songs are good, but the problem with the new Blind Guardian album is just that the is it mastering, I think, or the mixing or something is really off. It like crackles. They used some different methods for recording, and it just like, how to put this, it peaks in places, and there's like, it's like bad quality. It's amateurish mistakes you wouldn't expect from a 40-year-old band. Are they 40 years old?
There's a song like that from the OG release of Devil May Cry 5 before they were like, actually finished with it. And then it turned out that the fucking singer of the song was kind of grooming some fucking 13-year-olds, and that's not a good look. So
Oh,
they just
no.
had someone else come in and re-record the damn thing. But like the original version of the song, his vocals are better, but it's mixed like shit. It's honestly mixed by a fucking amateur, and you can tell right away. And the new version of the song, it's not as good, but at least it's mixed properly.
So
It mixed, and you ain't got nobody getting their butthole touched.
Yeah, right.
here's a bit of a tough question, and I know this is something that's might be a little heavy for the cast, but to how much of an extent do you think it's possible to separate someone's work from the person that made it?
Oh, that's tough.
If you need a very, very, very easy example, H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh,
Or
that's
Kevin
tough.
I
Spacey.
have a I have a very okay. I went to school to be a historian. I generally know how to groom through sources. I said groom. Fuck, I should have said it. Anyway, I know how to go
Poor
through
choice of
sources.
words.
Yeah, poor choice of words there. I know how to go through sources and generally like separate bullshit from actual shit. And there are some, and the examples I always go through are kind of the difference between Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley. Everybody who like basically cried wolf on Michael Jackson was for the most part doing it for money. Like these kids, like these people were just like, "Oh, we're gonna say did our kid get money?" That's my opinion. If you feel different, that's fine. However, then you got like Elvis, who his road musicians, people who knew him his whole life, were just like, "Yeah, he was grooming young girls
Yeah, he
because
likes him young.
he likes them young." And these people are secure in their place in life. Like they have no reason to be saying this. They don't have to say this. They're not like some weird Fresno mom who's like, if I
No,
say
this
this,
is
I'll never have
behind
to
the
work again.
stage talk. This
Yeah.
is just chatter.
This is like just them actually saying this. I mean, like, yeah, he liked them young, and that's just how it went. But like, it's kind of like that. H.P. Lovecraft, I could see, because if you read about how he was raised really weird.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
So I'm not forgiving it. That's not forgiving it. He still should not have been that way, but
Yeah.
you can see where it come from.
It's the same thing with Charles Manson. Like you hear all the terrible shit Charles Manson did, but you never really look into his backstory too much on most of that stuff that you hear about. Man,
I mean-
when you look into that motherfucker's childhood, no wonder he turned out like he did. Like, absolutely no shit. If you fucking beat a kid up like that every day, they're gonna turn out fucked up.
If my mama sold me for a fucking pitcher of beer, I'd be
Yeah,
fucked up too.
dude.
So, not to speak ill of the dead or anything, but David Bowie.
Yeah.
David Bowie had some weird shit going on.
Yeah, he was so fucking coked up most of the time that, it's the 70s. It's the 70s. You can't tell if she's 13.
Oof.
Basically, that's something you have to look at, that like every rock star you liked as a kid probably had a 14-year-old girlfriend.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think for me that's the big issue. It's like if you want to be an absolute purist and you only listen to content or enjoy content or pay for content by someone who you think is quote unquote morally pure, and whether or not they are or not, you're gonna be listening to a lot of white noise.
I'll give you an
Yeah.
example that's a little less like black and white because it's not quite as repugnant. Jim Carrey's an anti-vaxxer. I don't agree with that. I fucking love Jim Carrey as an actor. I have learned to totally separate that shit.
And I think it also has to do with this. I think this is something that people were talking about recently. Is once your art is out there, it doesn't really belong to you
Exactly.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's public domain, yeah.
Now,
Well,
there is
not that it's public domain, but it's more that whatever you intended with your art doesn't matter because people are going to see something completely different.
No, that's what I mean. Not legally public domain.
Yeah,
but
okay.
It becomes like in the court of public opinion.
Hmm.
It's just there to be judged now. That's all it exists to be.
And that's why it's kind of, because I remember watching a video recently about like songs where people completely like misinterpreted the meaning, right? And a lot of these songs, for example, I forget the name of the guy actually, so I'm not gonna bring it up. But basically, this guy who made a bunch of songs saying some pretty repugnant shit. But the point is that it was a satire. It was like satirizing people who thought like that, showing like isn't it horrific that people who actually think like this?
Yeah.
And of course,
Yeah.
lo and behold, said people take those songs as fucking anthems and they don't get the irony at all. And then artists are shocked and disappointed. I'm like, how do you not anticipate this happening?
You mean
Well,
Like, how do you create a song that's a bop that has like a bright energy and tone, but the lyrics are dark as fuck, and then somehow get upset when people don't get it?
Well,
Like,
that's exactly what the Boondocks did in one episode that's recently been banned from broadcast. They have a whole episode that's about Uncle Ruckus meeting up with the most racist country singer around.
mhm.
And it's so on, like, they use the N-word like 40 times in one song.
Yeah.
You know the one.
I
Jimmy
know the
Rebel.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've banned that episode from broadcast because it's insensitive. That's the whole fucking point, though.
That's it.
That's literally the entire focus of the episode. Is that it's so insensitive? How the fuck are they getting away with this?
There's a couple shit. Hold on, I lost my trail. There's a couple songs that are kind of not really that way, but songs that got misinterpreted so bad. Like Nirvana had a couple songs that were like that. Like "Rape Me" was misinterpreted like that, where everybody thought they were like, "Oh, they're pro rape," and like literally the song was like an anti-rape song. But you know, it's Kurt Cobain, so of course he's going to write it from a fucked up point of view because that's just who he is.
Oh yeah,
And
Read the Dude's
it's
Diary
actually,
usually where it comes from.
oh yeah, like dude was a creative genius. I'm not a huge fan of all Nirvana songs, but there's a lot of them that are really good, and a lot of them that have like good messages, and some of them are really dark. But you know what? I like dark music. Another one is also I'm a big fan of the band Sublime, and they have a song called "Date Rape," which is about about a girl who gets date rape but gets her revenge. And I've got people that will tell me like, "Oh no, you can't listen to that song because it's this," and I'm like, "No, it's that." So
if you listen to the lyrics, it's pretty fucking easy to explain what it is. It goes from
It-
point A to B to C.
that's it. It literally ends with the rapist getting butt fucked by Ron Jeremy in jail. So
How about Ron Jeremy? He just got indicted or convicted
did.
of like fucking
Right.
however 38 counts of sexual assault.
Yeah, he got
It's
got
gonna be
pretty
hard
fucked
to
up.
separate him from his art in that particular instance. That's one of the few, you know.
Now
Yeah,
but-
because when your art is you're a hedgehog man with a big dick, it's like
Yeah.
no. I can see where this would be a problem.
so Mutagen, when I'm focusing on your specific word usage when you ask the question, when you say the person, do you mean like their moral values, what they've done, stuff like that? The things
Yeah,
they say?
exactly.
Wow.
Like how much, like again, going
How
back
much
to the
fucked up shit can you
easy
tolerate?
HP Lovecraft example, would you stop consuming the content of a person that you really liked if it turned out that they were I don't know, like they were racist, they were homophobic, they were transphobic, whatever? Would that make you completely drop that content outright, or
w-
would you still be able to somehow separate it from them because it's become its own thing? Like keeping in mind, of course, that this is like content that obviously didn't like show that person's values.
Kelly.
Okay.
Can you still listen to R. Kelly?
That's the fucky thing with music, is because music is an expression of the soul. You know, this is coming from someone's thinking place, and you know they're oftentimes just speaking from the heart.
Personally,
I will.
I can hand wave Lovecraft's racist bullshit because until like the 60s and 70s, everybody was pretty much fucking racist to a point. So
It was pretty
I don't
common,
see
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, but he was like advanced racist.
Oh
though.
yeah. He was in there hard.
He was racist against everybody because like I said, his mom and his whole family was weird. Like his dad died, his mom raised him basically like as a girl, and I think that kind of fucked him up pretty bad. Like you could not you can be raised as a girl, like you could be a girl, whatever, but like he took it weird. And his whole family was known as being weird, where it was just kind of like, yeah, there's something in the water over at the Lovecraft place.
Like to quote Community, Menthol, he was the Abed of racism.
Yeah, he was.
There's one like I said, you know, I like Michael Jackson. I can separate that because I feel like a lot of that's bullshit. But one that I will not forgive for shit they did is basically Steven Tyler. Because Steven Tyler basically like fucked around with like a 14-year-old girl, left her out to dry, and then never acknowledged her ever again. But then later on started like a thing to help out young girls that this shit happened to, but never said sorry, made any kind of amends, did anything for the girl. He just fucking left high and dry. And I was like,
Pretty scummy.
that's scummy as fuck. So it kind of put Aerosmith in like a whole different thing. And I was like, I'm kind of glad Aerosmith was never really good, because now I don't feel like I'm really losing anything.
Now hold on. There was one time Aerosmith was good, quote unquote.
Is that when they were
Revolution X, the arcade game.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Mm.
I was gonna say that, or that one song they did with fucking Run DMC, but because I heard Walk This Way without Run DMC, and let me tell you, that's a pile of
Oh,
shit.
it's rough, dude. It definitely was saved by Run DMC being there.
And you get Run DMC in there, and they turn it to a bop. It's like you hear the original, and you're just like, "What the fuck is this?" But no, like I feel like it's okay to do it because there's another one like we haven't been doing music, but we have done HP Lovecraft. There's Orson Scott Card who wrote Ender's Game. Had a lot of weird shit, some bad shit say about gay people. Now, I can't take away from him that he wrote like one of the most influential science fiction novels of all time, but I can't say he was a scumbag. It's just one of those things. Like I said, a lot of it is you have to kind of look at it like where sources and shit came from. Like I look at the Michael Jackson thing, who was accusing him? Generally, like parents that probably could have used $1 million given away by somebody who just wanted them to shut the fuck up. And I know we've talked about this before about Macaulay Culkin being a pretty good scale. Like, hey, did Macaulay Culkin ever say anything? They literally spent every day together because they were friends.
Yeah,
and I can understand
there's
people.
like shitloads of home video you can find publicly available of him running around in the backyard with super soakers and soccer balls at Michael Jackson's house.
That's it. And people tell me like, well, Macaulay Culkin was a kid. They both came from like fucked up families where their dad made them grow up way too fucking fast. I could see why they would be friends. Like,
yeah, Michael Jackson had to see an undercover cop do a drag show at some point whenever he was like 7 years old because his dad wanted free beer.
Yep.
Like, pretty fucked up.
You can't tell me, and this will be a little dark for a second, that at some point Joe Jackson did not try to pimp those boys out for more music. Like, he seemed like a big enough a scumbag. He would do
Oh
that
yeah,
shit.
he's a big enough piece of shit. You know what happened. You know the discussion happened somewhere behind the curtain.
There's you know that there was probably talks about because old Michael Jackson, like he had some. I would say like I think he just had some fucked up views on sexuality because on top of being like 8 and sharing hotel rooms with his brothers who are of age and taking girls back to the hotel room, I'd imagine that would kind of fuck you up. And then like your dad being a scumbag, also probably not helping anything.
Yeah, and leading back into the same topic about like separating the art from the artist, there's an Eddie Griffin joke, or actually a whole fucking comedy special that I love, where he does this long fucking bit about Michael Jackson. Fucking hysterical. Problem is, Eddie Griffin's last comedy special that I saw, his most recent one at least, that I think it is. Oh, dude, it sucked ass. Like, he just got up there and was angry as fuck. Wasn't really telling jokes, just kind of yelling "fuck white people" for like about an hour and a half. And it was just really, really cringy and painful. But that said, the old one's still one of my favorite comedy specials of all time. Dysfunctional Family is a fucking miracle.
And I think we've all had that where it's like, one for me that I think about is I used to really like Aaron Lewis, who, if you don't know, for those who don't know, he used to be the lead singer for Stained. And Stained made a lot of good music, and then he got into country music, and he did some really good country music, and he had a song called "Granddaddy's Gun" that makes me think of my papa, who I miss every goddamn day. And then about a little while back, I saw he had a new album, and I was like, "Oh man, he's got a new album. This is gonna be great." And I checked it out, and it's all about like sucking Republican cock. And I was just like, "Ah, fuck." I'm like, well, I guess I can't listen to Granddaddy's Gun no more because now it's just gonna make me think of this shit.
Oh shit! Apparently, the Five Nights at Freddy's guy has been up to some dumb shit like this.
Yeah, you didn't know that? His big thing was
what'd he do?
Okay. This big thing is just that he was this big Christian, so it doesn't surprise me at all that he'd be evangelical. But
I'm going to step on somebody's toes here for a minute. You can be Christian and not be a dick.
Yeah.
But so it's like I hear that a lot, and it's kind of pissing me off. But anyway, he was a special kind of Christian where he was like evangelical. Evangelicals are the devil, and they found out he was using like his Five Nights at Freddy's megabucks to donate to like super conservative fucking think tanks and super PACs. Basically, like the fuckers who turned Texas into Afghanistan 2.0.
I mean, part of me wants to say like, yeah, it's pretty bad, but the other part of me wants to go, why is anyone surprised?
That's the thing. Before he did Five Nights at Freddy's, he would do these really weird Christian games, and I'm talking like there's a really good video of Jim Sterling talking about the games he made before Five Nights at Freddy's,
Mm.
in which Jim Sterling, because he's a piece of shit, dunked all over his video game, and then apologized later. Was like, "Hey, I didn't mean to be such a dick to you, but you know, it's just what I do." Kind of the Carl Sagan thing that made me not like Carl Sagan, but
Speaking of which, Jim Sterling is going by another name nowadays. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, they.
did he
She.
transition? She?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know.
Like I said, I forget the other name though.
Okay,
I only know the
I'll
dead
say
name.
they for the sake of it, but they shit all over Scott, and then they apologized and had their whole thing with him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know. So
Oh no, it's cool.
Uh,
It's a fairly recent thing, dude. Like
Ah.
if you weren't really like checking out their shit, you wouldn't notice.
I haven't really kept up with them since the whole what was that? What was that shitty little company that was trying to sue them for like $10 million? Digital Revolver or something like
Devolver Digital.
Something.
that. I think so. It was like this little shitty shovelware game that, or a company that was trying to sell off of them, but
Stephanie Sterling.
Stephanie
name.
Sterling. Okay, so
Thank you,
Stephanie
Pat.
Sterling. Thank you. Sorry about that. But yeah, Stephanie Sterling basically shit all over them for this game that they made, and Scott's always been kind of weird like that. So honestly, I guess the only reason it's thought so weird is it's kind of like I don't know. It's the same thing like when people got mad because there was the whole Minetta is bisexual thing comes up in My Hero Academia, which is like one of my favorite discourses ever. I'm sorry, that was hilarious to me. People just getting mad, like, no, this is not the representation you want. And they're like, this is the representation you're getting.
Oh, that was so fucking great. Like all the double standards just got exposed immediately.
That was it. It's like you don't get to pick and choose. It's like this is what you got, man. I mean, it sucks. And you can just say, hey, I'm not gonna let them represent me, but yeah, you can't just say
that, but like you can't just tell the author that's not how the character is. Fuck you. He wrote it.
Exactly. It's just like the what was it the other day? I checked my Tumblr for the first time in like a while. I check it every once in a while because a lot of times like a couple of the old hands, like that's how I ran into Lord Anubis again, and there's also like Mr. Tigley's on there. And I'll post shit on there for them. And then I was looking on there, and somebody had posted a thing about My Hero, like their own little headcanon. And I was flipping through the tags, and it said, "I am currently not accepting the current shitty arc as canon. Minetta will never be bisexual." And I was just like, okay,
I still love that they went that far overboard over a fucking mistranslation.
that is it. I mean,
Like,
damn.
damn, son, this is your first week reading fucking manga online. Guess what? Fan translations often have the shit worded wrong.
It's all just
That
a
is
lovely
it.
doing. Yeah.
That is day one.
Do you know what they called Don Flamingo in fucking One Piece back in the day?
Man, fuck that. Do you know what the Duwang readings are?
Oh my god.
Bruh.
Hell.
There is no town as beautiful as this town. Chew.
Oh my god. It gets me thinking about that. No, oh god, what was it? Yeah, the time I had to explain rape horse to my girlfriend.
Oh
Oh
god.
my
God.
god.
She was
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
this thing in Berserk where this horse is trained to rape, and they call him Rape Horse, and yeah, you can kind of fill in the gaps.
yeah, he's a beloved character. Everybody loves him and like memes on him because it's funny to me that like if you go in any Berserk shit posting, two things are prevalent. It's gonna be shit posting with Rape Horse and shit posting with Donovan, the big guy who fucking rapes guts in like the first or second volume. And you're just like, well, to a good start, y'all.
Is that dude bro with the Bible?
No, Donovan, early in Berserk, I think volume 2.
Yeah, too.
Your
Wait,
guts
it
was
might
guts
be
was
three. It might be three.
it
But
might be
keep going.
3. I know. I think it is 3 because the first omnibus, oddly enough, ends exactly on that scene, and you're like, oh shit. Berserk, or sorry, Guts. I was like, Berserk was raised by Guts was raised by a band of mercenaries. His father figure was a man named Gambino, who basically starts to kind of, who was never really sane in the first place, but kind of slips further and further down after losing the camp follower he basically called as his wife. And one night, he's got Guts there who's like 9, 10 at this point, I want to say. And basically, this guy Donovan, who's just this enormous mercenary, purchases Guts for the night from Gambino and basically rapes him in his tent overnight. The next day, though, Gus does get his revenge by shooting the dude in the back with a crossbow bolt and then shoving his sword down his throat. But yeah, it's a rough fucking scene because like before that, you're like, oh man, this is like a 10-year-old out there fighting on the battlefield. It's like this is the worst it could possibly get for him. Nope, your dad sold you into fucking prostitution, forced prostitution at that.
Hmm.
And so Donovan has kind of become like a shit post meme where people would just anytime they post like the main villains of Berserk, you see like Femto, the God Hand, Nosferatu Zod, and Donovan. So
It's always that same picture where he has that like smug grin.
yeah. In fact, hold on a second. Hold on. There was one I saw that was like a really good picture of the God Hand. Then I looked and like Donovan was like in the very background. I was like, you son of a bitch.
Oh man.
I-
Speaking of, No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was actually gonna keep talking about what we were doing before you guys seem while I talk about Berserk. But
oh
Berserk's
no,
cool.
I was gonna switch to an
I have
entirely
no
different thing.
idea what's going on.
I haven't read Berserk, so I don't know either.
what's it called? I'm letting all you guys go on and on and on. I'm listening, and I'm just saying, ultimately, it's just a maturity thing, and it really depends on the person. You got to be man enough to know, like, if you're absorbing someone's content, you're getting a piece of them, they're producing something. You need to be able to make the call. Is this something that I can, take and I can absorb and I can enjoy as content? And then even though the person's values, I don't necessarily agree with.
I think a lot of it also depends on how much of their content you've consumed before you
Yeah.
learn of said incident.
Yeah.
Two examples of this is that a Nostalgia Chick. I really like Nostalgia Chick. She is a bleeding heart feminist, but goddamn, I just like listening to her. I think she's got a couple good gears twirling around in that head of hers. I
Then
like
you
her.
found
And-
out about the dogs in the car with the crowbar.
No, I did not find out about the dogs in the car and the crowbar. I didn't find anything out. I just knew I didn't necessarily agree with her.
Holy fuck, that is like the darkest sounding, most ominous thing I've ever heard Menthol say. The dogs in the park or the crowbar.
No, I
No, the
didn't.
dogs in the car with the crowbar.
I didn't.
Like
Ah.
she
Did
locked
she?
him in the hot car and then did something with a crowbar that's extra heinous.
I can imagine.
Jesus.
I didn't find anything about that, but I don't know. I just. I see. I'm thinking about
Bird's
it
got a
like
question
it's
for
a.
you over there, bro.
What's the question? What?
Bird's got a question for you over in the FluffCast chat.
All right, let me see here.
You guys know all the creators you want to add already, or are you taking recommendations?
I'll take recommendations. Yeah, just read off a list and I'll search for them. Like, and then another example. I stopped watching Totally Not Mark just because I don't like VTubers, and I'm gonna say it. I really don't like VTubers. I hate them with a absolute burning passion. I absolutely despise them. I use that Melody tag as a gag because I think I guess I liked the Melody's essay videos before she went full VTuber. But he just started putting random VTuber scenes in his thing, and I was just like, this is not a person I want to watch anymore. And it
Now,
sucks.
the closest I can deal with the VTuber thing is like Pat Stares At from the two best friends, formerly Angry as Pat.
Yeah.
Whenever he does his streams, they have like these little animated bumpers that people have made for him, and he has the same consistent character model in that. Those are fine. That's cool. I'm totally here for a little like animated avatar. Hell, what do we do here?
I'm not here I'm not here to discuss the semantics of VTubing and all that nonsense and why I dislike it, all that
just gonna
nonsense.
say it's just for the commercial breaks.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it there. But like, if it was all the time, no, I couldn't do it.
I'll discuss the semantics of VTubing right now. Just because you went and paid a couple $100 to have somebody draw you as an anime girl, you're not a fucking VTuber. There are some people out there actually putting in the work, but then like you get all these big time content creators that just go out there and pay for somebody to make them an avatar and then call it a VTuber. No.
Yahtzee invented VTubing, remember?
You know what? I haven't kept up with Yahtzee in years because then I realized I was like, oh, you're not funny. You just speak too fast. And I just kind of went about my business.
He's good for car rides. Anyway, so just listen to you guys. Like, I wouldn't. All right. This is kind of taking it a bit far into a bit of a different direction, but I don't always agree with what you guys have to say. I'm not going to
Sure.
discuss my own
That's
values,
fine.
but I can glean certain aspects of your personalities, certain things you guys say, and I'm like, okay, yeah, these guys are not 100% on my spectrum.
Yeah,
And I'm
but you
picking
see,
my-
that's bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
bullshit
yeah.
because I'm always right.
Yes,
got
exactly.
a
Kibbles
point.
is always
Yeah.
right, you know? And I
See,
can't
that's
argue
part of
with
being
that.
a grown up. That's how you have a functional
Yeah.
society. Is we just get along with people despite differences.
Oh no.
That's how things work.
Oh
That's
no.
shit that doesn't happen on the internet.
The
You see-
six yeah.
Kibbles has always been right, but then like one day he come to me and he was just like, "Dude, Funk, I think I was wrong about something," and I was like, "No," and then he got this look at his eyes, and I said, "Yes, you were wrong. I'm sorry."
I was
And
even
that's how I
right
got
about
the
being
knife.
wrong.
Thought I was
It was
wrong, but I
amazing.
was mistaken.
Lure, okay.
That's how I got the knife
Mhm.
wound.
It's like no shit, some 6.5 foot tall, 350-pound man on the internet from goddamn Mississippi isn't gonna gel, isn't gonna have the same exact viewpoint as me, you know?
It just happens that way.
Yeah,
I've
so
lived
you're
through some shit.
You're a fucking Yankee.
Yeah,
That's your
just
problem.
deal with it.
I just realized
Oh.
like most of our cast is like from the South anyway, so
Yep.
I'm not from the South. Missouri is weird.
Missouri's kind of on that weird line where you could say either or.
Technically, it's the Southwest. It's not the South. I don't fucking know. We used to be Mexico.
Mexico's about as south as you can get unless you live in South America.
What is Leroy's avatar?
God,
I
remember
can't.
at one point. Oh, sorry, God.
Nothing. I'm just talking to myself. Keep going.
I was gonna say, I remember one point years ago in the old Skype calls, me and Mutagen were talking about like the weather and shit like that at the time. I had mentioned, man, coldest it ever got down here was like -19. Stayed there for about a week, and after he converted it, he was like, "Oh, that ain't shit. It gets cold like that up here all the time." I was like, "Yeah, man, but you're not like fucking 3.5 hours drive from Mexico, are you?"
You don't live in a subtropical climate.
That's it, bro. Like it gets to a fucking 120 down here. That's like actually the record on our state's like shit. 120. You know what else happens at 120 degrees?
Water boils.
The human brain boils in its skull.
Woof.
Yeah. Like you can literally die in that kind of heat.
Mm.
So like
It's hot.
-19, it's fucking rough down here whenever it gets like that. We ain't prepared for that shit.
I got to enjoy like I guess the best of both worlds. Where like last year we got that fucking hurricane on Halloween, where it was like it came in like 2 days before Halloween, and it was like 98 degrees the day it came through. The next morning after the hurricane come through, I got up, it was 53 degrees outside, and it was the best day ever.
Speaking of Halloween, I have a discussion topic for us.
Hit me
Talk
with
to
it.
me.
So I don't know about y'all, but I grew up very much cherishing Halloween as a holiday.
Absolutely.
It was
Oh,
it was
yep.
one of the two that I
So
gave a
did
fuck
I.
about. Christmas and Halloween. And not even Christmas for the presents. It was always Christmas because everybody's mood is elevated and everybody just kind of calms the fuck down for about 30 days.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice. Just the air around that time of the year is pretty cool.
I've always preferred Halloween before Christmas growing up because that's when I was like one of those little weird kids. I always loved watching the horror movies and shit when I was like 5 and 6.
Mhm.
So I'm like, fuck yeah, they're gonna start playing the good shit again.
But let's think
And
about
not
it. Like,
only that, you got to fucking dress up one night a year and get fuckloads of candy for free. I'm like, yeah, fucking Halloween is fucking rad.
dude, Halloween is the most rebellious holiday of all time. The whole thing encourages you to do shit your parents told you your whole life not to do. Don't talk to strangers. Don't take candy from people you don't know. Don't go door to door begging for shit. Don't be bothering the adults late at night. Like, every goddamn one of those rules is off on Halloween. Fuck that. This is freedom night. Let's go do some shit, get some candy. But
Yep.
in recent years, I feel it's very much become vilified, not just by the conservative Christian crowd with the whole trunk or treat kind of shit, as opposed to trick or treating, because they always hate on the costumes and Sam Hain connections and all that.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people have just lost faith in their community, and Halloween kind of used to reinforce that. And now that people are stymieing that whole like tradition of going door to door and getting to know your neighbors better, I feel like it's really bad for like just the societal health. Phil.
It pretty much is. One thing that I feel bad for the kids nowadays is they don't know about full-sized fucking candy bars anymore because everybody's doing fun size now.
Oh, I fucking.
Dude.
I remember
Huh.
when some faggot developed fun-sized candy bars, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this shit? It's a fun size. It is not fucking fun. What is this small ass pile of shit?" Even as a little kid, I knew that was fucking bullshit. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
Like, no, this is fucking trash, dude. Get this crap out of here. You know what was the worst though? The ones that would give you pennies or raisins. If you got pennies from a house, oh, dude, we're coming back tomorrow and fucking this place up.
My aunt gave out toothbrushes.
Mm-hmm. Yo, aunt got toilet paper and egged a bunch, didn't she?
They're like like my aunt gave out toothbrushes, and then my other aunt, who my aunt Linda, I love to death, gave out. She would actually feed us at the end of the night because by the time we got to her house, it was like getting late, so we would eat supper at her place.
Mm.
And that was the night I had the scariest Halloween I've ever had in my life. I'd like to share that with you now, if I may.
Before then, one thing that I also hate that Menthol brought up is we don't trust the community. Is ever since they made that you're not allowed to give out anything without wrappers. I remember growing up, there was like these like ladies would bake fresh fucking candied apples, give you those, give you all kinds of like really well made homemade treats.
Popcorn balls,
But
Rice Krispies.
Mhm.
yeah, popcorn balls, fucking
Mhm.
Rice Krispie things in different shapes. They went all out, and then
Oh,
all
yeah.
of a sudden you are no longer legally allowed to do that, and that fucking stopped, and it sucks because apples and razor blades, that never fucking happened. Poison in candy, that never fucking happened.
No, no,
And
no.
all
The
kinds of
poisoning candy happened one time, and it was a dude killing his own kids for an insurance scam. And
Yeah.
everybody was like, "Oh, it's totally a fucking thing. Everybody's doing it."
Yeah, the thing that everyone's doing that I'm saying is the thing that's fake because they were always talking about like every fucking apple you find is just coated with razor blades. And I'm thinking, I always thought that was stupid as fuck because I'm like, how the fuck do you not see a razor blade in a fucking apple? Have you cut an apple? You
Fucking
see
Get
that
in
right.
there.
all easy.
You can see where the skin's broken. It's pretty fucking obvious on an apple if you just look at that shit for one whole second.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just looking to see if the thing is fucking mealy for the kid before they bite into it, or if it's got a worm or something on it, you're gonna see those holes.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of bullshit. I hate how. Yeah, I guess it's kind of good that I grew up at the time to where Halloween's just become completely sterilized
Mm.
because I got to be like the last generation that had really great fucking Halloweens.
Yeah, because my mom knew how to sew, so like every year, just about, except for like 2 years, I remember growing up. Every single year except for those two, I had a handmade costume. That shit was something just fresh as fuck just for me.
Anyway, Funk, go ahead and proceed with the story.
Yeah.
No, it's a scary story, so I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to handle it.
Don't give me that. Don't give me
I don't
that.
know, man. I do get kind of spooked pretty easily, man. I might need my huggy.
Did a
This
skeleton
is
pop
spooky
out all
shit.
of a sudden?
It was worse than a skeleton.
Holy shit, worse than a skeleton.
Worse than a skeleton. Worse than two skeletons.
Jesus.
See, I love Halloween. I'm one of those people who's like addicted to Halloween. I like because it's getting cooler. I like all the spooky shit because I'm the weird kid who always talked about seeing ghosts and shit. It's my favorite thing, and I still deal with that shit to this day. But the fact, even though I have
Uh-oh.
two little, I think I lost Muta.
Muta
Okay,
gone?
Muta had to dip early. He says. Uh, bu- 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 bu. Even despite the fact I live with two little ghost kids that follow me everywhere, this was the scariest fucking Halloween I'd ever participated in my life. Where this year in particular, I went as Troy Aikman because I used to like the Dallas Cowboys before I realized like Jerry Jones is a piece of shit. The Dallas Cowboys are just fucking terrible. So I was Troy Aikman, and my brother went as Billy, the Blue Power Ranger. So I think I'm 9. I want to say he's about 6. And when I say he went as Billy, the Blue Power Ranger, he had like the little mask with the slit in it, like
Bro, let me pull that motherfucker up, that cheap ass Power Ranger get up, because I know the
Yep.
exact one you're talking about.
You're gonna know my costume was I had an inflatable football helmet, and then I had a Troy Aikman jersey, so I put that on and gray sweatpants, and that's what I went with. But my my brother had this cheap ass outfit that I don't even remember where the hell mom got it. But I'm gonna wait for Menthol to pull this up because you need to see this to help visualize
All right,
what's gonna happen
Let
next.
me get it.
Yeah, I'm getting it right now. It's a very specific type of mask that we're looking for here. Come on, you cheap piece of shit. Where you at?
Because this is gonna make the visuals I'm gonna describe to you like that much more powerful, more that jump at you that violently.
Visceral.
That's the word. I was trying to think of visceral and I could not.
All right, here we go. Hold on, I'm finding them now. Where is?
So you guys smoking a
All
good
right.
weed recently?
I did.
All right.
I'm out
Here.
personally.
Oh, they're in FluffCast.
All right, there we
chat.
go.
That is the mask. Let me get you the costume shit.
Oh, we had these. I had one of
This was
Yep.
it was just like this. It had the same visor and everything, but it's Billy the Blue Ranger because my brother loved Billy the Blue Ranger because blue is his favorite color and Triceratops are his favorite dinosaur because
You
he's a
fucking
fucking
know it.
plebeian. Well, let us say. Okay, so I'm gonna throw that link in the thing. Or no, is it up?
I'm throwing it up. Yep.
Okay. I'll wait till it pops up. 'Cause I know there's a bit of a delay here. Okay, there it is. Okay, so you can see this mask here with like the little visor slits for the eyes. And it's got a slit for the mouth so the kid can breathe and talk because you can't have the kid suffocating.
And mind you, I had
And
one of these costumes as a kid. These things were flimsy as all fucking get out. Like,
you could sneeze in it and probably blow it apart.
yeah, dude. Oh, here's a really good example of the costume. Actually, over there in FluffCast.
There we go.
There, that's it all laid out there. If they had a Green Ranger one, I'd have probably worn that. But at this point, they'd moved on to the White Ranger. So, yeah.
Perfect. I found the inside of the mask.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's it. Funny enough, my brother's had a little slit for the mouth. Mom might have cut that because she was probably, like I said, he was like 6, so she might have cut the little slit in the mouth. But so as I said earlier, we would go trick or treating, and basically we didn't trick or treat so much just the neighborhood as we went to family. We would walk around the neighborhood and we would go see Mr. Pat, my neighbor, Mr. Nave, my neighbor. Mr. Nave was the real OG, cool as hell, smoked big ass cigars, smelled like vanilla, and on top of that, he would give out full size candy bars. So he was a real one. And then we would walk down the way. We'd always skip Jerry Mayberry's, who was the guy who lived next to him, because Jerry one year gave my brother a can of beer. And he meant to give him a can of Coca-Cola, but he gave my brother a Miller Lite, and Mama said we couldn't go back to that one no more. So we were walking down the way. We went to my mama's, and basically what we would do, we would walk to my mama's, and then Mom and Dad would come pick us up, and then we would go ride out and see the rest of the family and Laurel and out and so all that. So anyway, we went out to my Aunt Linda's house. That was usually where we was in, and we would usually get there about 8 o'clock. She would have made supper and then offered us all some. And so we would sit down and eat supper with her because, it's what you do when somebody offers you supper. And I remember this time because she made spaghetti, garlic bread, and blue Houdini Kool-Aid, which is my favorite Kool-Aid of all time. And I remember this is going to come in clutch here in a minute, and you're going to realize why I had to specify the Kool-Aid. So my brother doesn't eat spaghetti. He has never been a big spaghetti eater, does not like pasta. So he didn't touch that, but he ate like all the garlic bread. And when I say all the garlic bread, I mean all the garlic bread.
Yeah, it sounds like me.
Chugging it, eating that, and then chugging blue Houdini Kool-Aid with it, just going town on that. We're all just like, I would like to partake of the Kool-Aid, please. And my brother's like, fuck you.
What do you mean eating 3 loaves of garlic bread in a row is bad for you? Fuck off.
Fuck you. I mean, it's only 80 degrees outside, but I'm still going to eat it all. And he sat there, he ate every damn thing right there in front of him, ate all that garlic bread. And I ate my spaghetti, and I was like, all right, well, cool, whatever. And then would give us candy, and we would go home. A lot of times he'd give us clothes, too, because, I had older cousins where my cousin Daniel was like 10 years older than me. So they would give us, clothes and shit. Then we would leave. We started to leave. We get in the car. I remember my mom had that Crown Victoria. And I'm sitting in the back seat with my brother, and I'm hopped up on candy and spaghetti, so I'm not sleeping for the next 6 days. And my brother would normally be in the same.
Hopped up on spaghetti. What are you, a little Italian gremlin or something?
I fucking love spaghetti and also carbo loading.
Nigga.
So we loaded up on fucking spaghetti and all that, and got in the car, got ready to go home. I got my little helmet off, and I'm like, this has been a good Halloween. And I'm ready to go home. I'm gonna stay up playing video games because I think it was a Friday this Halloween was on. I can't remember. And I look over, my brother's over in his mask, and he's not looking good. He's looking a little green around the mask, if you know what I mean. I said, "Hey, are you okay?" He said, "I don't feel good." I said, "Oh shit." I said, "Oh, Mama, Matthew doesn't feel good." She's like, I was like, "Do you need us to pull over?" He's like, "No, I just want to go home." And we were like, "Oh no, he really does feel bad. He wants to go straight home." So my brother never wanted to go home after a car ride. He always wanted to keep going. And so mom started kind of going a little faster, trying to get home. And we get about halfway there, and he reaches over, he grabs me by the wrist, and he goes, "Funk, I don't feel good." I said, "I'm sorry, dude. Hold on." And I was looking because somewhere I had a 7 Up I was going to give him because I remembered like I'd had that on the way over. And as I'm looking for the 7 Up, I hear Funk. I look up just in time to see my brother is looking at me with the mask, looking straight dead on at me. And I hear, "Whoop," as my brother proceeds to vomit in this mask, and vomit shoots out of the mouth slit, and it shoots out of the eye slit. There is vomit coming out of the mask everywhere. It is horrible. It is terrifying. It is like my brother has been taken over by the elder god, and it is oozing out through his fucking eyeballs. And it is violent, bright blue garlic bread vomit coming out of his mouth. And it is going through the visor of his Blue Ranger mask, out the side, and through the mouth slit. The main problem, the mouth slit is causing it to pressurize, and it is spraying at me like a fucking pressure washer. And I can't go anywhere because child safety locks are a bitch. And I'm in the back seat like, "Mama, Papa, hey, Mama, hey, Matthew's throwing up, Mama, hey." And she is not paying attention because she's trying to find somewhere to pull over. And my dad's like, "Well, would you look at that?" And we're just trying not to die as my brother is just possessed by the old ones going, as Virgil's put it. And the smell was the worst thing I'd ever smelled in my life because, like I said, it's bright, violently blue garlic bread vomit coming out. So it smells like somebody threw up in a Pizza Hut is what it smells like. And I'm just like, "Oh no." And mom pulls over, and like I get out, and like it's on my sweatpants and all this stuff, and I'm having a hard time. And my dad has a weak stomach. He just looks, and my mom's looking at me. She's like, Give me some towels, help me clean up." And all of a side my dad just goes, side of the road. And so it's me and my mom are left here trying to save my brother from the elder god that just plastered itself to his face. And it was so bad that like by the time we pulled over and she took the mask off of him, the mask like stuck to his face. So like she took like the little strap around the back off, and I could see it like on his face, and it made like a noise when she took it off. And I was just like, "This is the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life."
This is the real haunted mask.
This is the real haunted mask. Like, fuck R.L. Stein. He ain't got shit on this. Jesus, that was terrifying. I just sat there and I was like, I'd very much like to go home, please.
I'm just kind of imagining everybody's rolling down the road, and then it just turns into the vomit scene from Scary Movie 2.
Kinda. It was more like,
Yeah.
it was, imagine the scene in what was it, Infinity War, where Spider-Man disappears. Spoilers for what now 4-year-old movie.
Yeah, right.
Where Spider-Man disappears, where instead my little brother just looks at me and goes, "Funk, I don't feel so good," and then explodes into vomit. And it was just like I can see the perfect color blue it was like in my eye, which is why sometimes I have a hard time with the color blue. Like not have a hard time. I see it and it makes me think of that, and I start giggling like an idiot.
Poor kid looked like a Super Sentai remake of Team America.
That's like your
God.
Funk. You're like blue. That's your thing. You're blue.
I know, but it's like a certain shade of blue. Like this came out like hold on, let me see if I can find it. Right here.
Funk's robes are blue because he was dyed in the colors of the vomit.
I'm imagining like a cyan, like blue from Blue's Clues, that kind of blue.
Well, here, let me see if I can get it. Here's a good example of it right here, because this is the newer blue Houdini, but this is what it looked like. No, that's wrong one. Hold on a second.
Important question: was the candy safe?
The candy was safe, thankfully. Mom had gotten us plastic candy bags. I remember mine was really cool because it had shit. What did mine have on it? Mine had Batman on it. But over in Fluff that's the color blue that kind of fucks me up sometimes where I start laughing so
Yeah.
hard.
You might want to.
Yeah, it's
you
about
might.
the Blue's Clues blue.
Yeah, it's about the Blues Clues blue. That's what I figured in my head. It's actually in commentary, yeah.
I miss this shit. Like it was good shit, but I see that sometimes and it just like it fucks me up.
The Great Blue Dini.
I think what's the year you guys stopped trick or treating?
Shit,
Mm.
dude.
Oh,
What was like, what
the
was like
last
your
year I went
last?
trick or
What was your last trick or treating Halloween?
the last year I
2018.
went trick or
12 or
treating, I almost got the
13.
cops called on me. So
Uh,
I'll leave
I
that
I
for
was
last.
in fucking high school, so I don't know when.
I was 14 years old and I dressed up as L from Death Note and I got
Very
like
nice.
so much fucking candy. My friend, I like what's it called? I live in a Jersey suburb. Like I live in Jersey, and I just had a route planned out, and I was like, Brian, this is where we're gonna go. We're gonna get so much candy. All right, but my dad said I can't have too much candy. Brian, I don't give a fuck. You're carrying the pillow sack. So you had just Jason Voorhees and Elle walking down the street carrying giant sacks of candy.
There you go.
14, like trying to not get hit by the 8-year-olds.
No, you didn't even have L. You had some dude that was wearing a fucking white long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
Just some guy.
No,
Yes.
I actually dyed my hair black and got copious amounts of eyeliner around my eyes.
Oh no, I'm saying for anyone that didn't know the character.
For anybody who hasn't watched the anime, they're just like, that kid's lazy as fuck. Look at that costume. That's not even a costume.
Yep.
The last Halloween I went on, I want to say I was 15, maybe 16, because the only reason I even went is this is gonna tie into like the satanicness of Halloween costumes. My cousin had just had her little boy. And so she got me, my brother, and another one of our cousins to be the three wise men, and we were carrying around baby Jesus. And
Who was baby
I thought it was
Jesus?
kind of silly because we did that. I was one of the three wise men, and then my brother was a three wise men. Then cousin Boomhauer was a wise man. Daniel showed up, and Daniel, like I said, is about 5. Well, no, he's older now. He's a little bit older. He was one of the kings, and then my cousin Michael, who's like 12 years older than me, was one of the kings. And so basically, we went as like a nativity set, and we got so much fucking candy because everybody thought our little baby Jesus was so fucking cute. Even though we did have that one part where they asked me to help make the costume, and I made a tiny crown of thorns, and they were like, "We're gonna not use a tiny crown of thorns." I'm like, "It's made of pipe cleaners. It's not gonna hurt him."
It's fine. The baby will be fine.
Baby will be fine. I'm going for historical accuracy here. God damn it!
He didn't come out with a crown of thorns, did he?
No, he didn't come out with a crown of thorns, but I made it
Yes.
just because I was like,
no, dude, that's the new canon. Jesus was born with the crown of thorns, and Mary had to suffer.
Mary had to suffer for your sins. That's what it was. That's in the Book of Funk.
Uh,
No C-sections back in the day. Had to just have that thing in a donkey feeding trough.
Yep.
Now, my last year going trick or treating was when I was 17, and I will tell you why.
Jesus Christ, that's kind of late, don't you think?
Well, I'll tell you why. I only went trick or treating as a cover story to get back at my computer lab teacher. Because my computer lab teacher was a horrific fucking bitch. I'm talking, I got wrote up on Monday for not having the typing program up and running when she came in the door from out of the hallway. And then on Tuesday, I got wrote up for having it up and running before she told me to have it up and running. That kind of horse shit. This woman fucking hated me. Well, after about a year and a half of this nonsense, I decided on Halloween I was going to get even. So I get some friends to go around with me, get an alibi together, make sure everybody sees me in one costume. Go back to my buddy's car that is parked at the nearby church, switch costumes, go through a couple of backyards over towards their house while my buddies are keeping them distracted at the front door. Go up there and yank the fucking main breaker out of their breaker box.
Oh my god.
You think
Toss
you
that
would
off
lock
to
that
the
up?
side. Yeah, right. Yeah, toss that off to the side. Run off into their backyard, dive over the fucking neighbor's shit where they've got some like ground tilled up for rows in a garden. dive down behind one of the rows and fucking hang out, lay there on the ground, wait for somebody to come outside and check for the box or whatever. The husband comes outside, which, mind you, the husband I really actually liked. Me and him was cool. He was the principal of the school. Me and him got along great. But he comes out there and checks it, plugs it back in, switches it back on. Everything's good to go. I'm like, all right, bet. Run up, take it again, put it in my pocket, leave. Next day at school, Miss Ward comes up to me. I know you did that, blah, 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 blah. We're going to call the cops. I'm like, all right, bitch, first off, prove it. I didn't leave no footprints, no fingerprints, no nothing. I was wearing gloves when I opened that shit up. You have absolutely no goddamn evidence. Second of all, I don't think the cops care that much. So, feel free to try. Bye. Your husband thought it was funny as fuck. And then later on, I found out not only did they lose electricity that night, Mr. Ward was watching the game. Their daughter was doing some homework, had a big essay she was typing up on the computer, and their son was in the middle of playing a game that he hadn't saved in a minute.
See, that's the
And
one
Miss
I
Ward
feel-
was cooking dinner, so I kind of shut that whole shit down.
So did they catch you? Did they call the cops on you?
No. Because, dude, this is a little podunk-ass town. There's fucking 2 or 3 cops in the whole goddamn place. They're not going to give enough of a damn. They didn't have anything to prove that it was me, like a video or anything like that. So they're not going to investigate that shit. They don't care.
Unless he has the breaker in his hand, a bloody knife in the other one. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Small town cops are weird like that. Cause I mean, it's like, if I had $1 for every time somebody like called the cops on me after like I beat up somebody like they knew, and I never just went to beat up people. It was like usually they would jump me and then they'd be like, well, we're gonna call the police. I'm like, well, fucking call. What are they gonna do? They're gonna
Unwhoop
come
you?
over here. Did they see it happen? No. All right then, go home. How are they gonna prove like how are they gonna prove that I punched you in the eye because you decided to come up here and try to start shit?
Yeah. But no, like, just straight up smooth as fuck, got away with it, and dared Miss Ward to try to do something about it. That was the last time I
Well,
went
it's
trick or
like-
treating.
That's a good trick or treating story.
Yeah, right.
I think I went to Subway. That's why I did my last trick or treating thing.
Best year I ever had trick or treating though. I went around the same subdivision about 3 times in one night with different costumes.
Hmm.
What is wrong with you?
And dude, I loaded up. Like, I had a fucking trash bag full of candy by the end of that night. I didn't even finish most of that shit.
Same. That's the worst
Dude.
part. Is when you trick or treat too much and you don't have the time to eat it all.
There's
No, the worst is when you get a bunch of candy that sucks and you don't want it in the first place.
Oh, I'm sorry, Virgil. No, population 3,000. No, sir. The town I was living in at the time was Guy, Arkansas. Population 600.
that sounds about like mine. It's like Sandersville, Mississippi. Guess what? There's about I want to say 700 people if you count the Indian reservation.
There's 15,000 people in my town? What the fuck is going on?
Really
Yeah,
got
like
the
my
actual census here.
hometown. My hometown's like 70,000 people, but the town I was living in at the time, like 600.
Why did so many people leave? Oh, the housing crisis, right?
Damn. Okay. Yeah. The population for Sandersville is 752 people as of 2019.
Damn. Smallest town I've ever seen for population was like, I think 60.
Let me see. There's one here. I think.
It's like, I want to say 60 some odd, like 65, 63, something like that.
I'm trying to see what the population is for Hot Coffee, Mississippi.
Fucking hot coffee. God, there are so many dumb town names out there.
Okay, they're unincorporated, so they didn't fuck with them. People will search for intercourse, dildo, Santa Claus. Okay, that's intercourse, Pennsylvania. Dildo, Newfoundland. Let's see. Santa Claus, Indiana. Unalaska, Alaska. Rough and Ready, California.
North
else
to
we got?
Unalaska.
What else we got here? Okay. Hump Tulips. Where is that? Hump Tulips, Washington. We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, where's
We got
Bald Knob?
we got Boring, Oregon. Chicken, Alaska. Penis Tone, England. I
Penis
think it's supposed to
toad.
be. I think it's supposed to be Peniston, but it's Penistone. Penistone.
It's definitely penis tone.
You got Condom, Germany. I just love names like that. Like some of these are just weird as hell. Like there's Panther Burn, Mississippi, which is like, it's funny because it's called Panther Burn. I guarantee you there is like, it's either all black people or no black people.
It's like, hey, where are you from? You know, Possum Grape.
Where are you from? Possum fucking Mississippi.
You should
Possum nut.
check out our football team, the Possum Fuckers. Almost won the state last year.
The Stump Bumpers.
I can see that. What's funny to me is like when I play football, the division I play for, there were 4 teams that were the Tigers, and everybody was the same. Like we were gold and black, the other team was yellow and black. Then one team was like, what did they call it? Goldenrod and black. And then you had Collins, Mississippi, who was white and green. And I was like, hell yeah, that one looks way cooler. But it was just so funny to see that. It was like between that and the Bulldogs. There were so many Bulldogs in our division.
There's only one Bulldogs by us.
Bro, one of the schools I went to was the Bulldogs.
I've got a
goddamn common.
I mean, it's kind of like down here, you know, well, hell, we had a major college that changed their mascot where Ole Miss went from the Rebels to the Black Bears. But I'm sorry, not the Black Bears, the Rebel Bears.
Hey guys, it's about 9 o'clock. Do you want to talk to some people?
Oh,
No.
we don't do the call-ins.
We nixed that.
Yeah, we nixed
Oh
that.
yeah, that's right. We nixed the call in. So let's pretend I called in.
All right.
Hello, nice misters. Yeah.
I'm not role
Bro,
playing
you're
with
gonna
you,
have to cut
Kibbles.
that shit off right now.
Kibbles,
you're gonna have to stop at
Kibbles. There is rule number. What rule is it? Rule number 9. Everyone has 2 minutes in their entire lives to speak in fluff speak in this server. You've used up 15 seconds.
I've just used 15 seconds. What I will say though is I am almost done with my Greg fan art.
Thank God. My drawn hand is tired. I don't want to draw anymore.
Would you like to see it?
Of course I would. So, Fuck, I actually want to ask you this. How do you feel about waiting to draw until you're inspired versus forcing yourself to create and not letting art block stop you? I guess this could apply also to writing as well.
The thing with that is like inspiration is a fickle mistress. So personally, I tried to go the discipline route. Yeah, sometimes I get those nights where I can't seem to draw anything. I always call it the stupid hands. And sometimes that just turns into, I'm going to fuck around and see what happens. Because if I start up a stream and I'm like, well, I can't seem to draw anything, and I can't just say, well, stream's over, I can't draw tonight. Either A, I'll turn it into a video game stream, we'll play games or something, or B, like I said, I'll just fuck around and tell stories and talk to people until something either shapes up or I figure something out. So yeah, inspiration is great, and like if you get inspired to go work, go with it, but don't rely on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you rely on it, it's going to just leave you high and dry every goddamn time.
Yep.
Because even like when I'm inspired, sometimes I can't do, like I might not be able to do it. Like tonight, it's going to be a gamble because I haven't drawn in like a week just because, you know, shit's been weird and I haven't felt like doing anything other than existing and playing video games for a week.
Your house just got hit by a giant hurricane, Funkshire. You're fine.
That's kind of where it is. Where I was just like, I just got hit by a hurricane. I just had to do all this. I just found out that like I'm going to be an uncle at some point. Not anytime soon. Like my sister-in-law is not pregnant, but basically like when I stayed with them, like they start talking about all their plans and shit, and they're like, yeah, in about 2 years you're probably gonna be an uncle. And I was like, oh fuck, I'm not ready for this kind of responsibility. And
That you better get ready.
That's it. And then it's like, I don't know. I'm going to see my parents and all of them tomorrow. I figured let's all go to lunch. We're gonna take them to lunch to a place in town. And I told them I was gonna have to beat the hell out of all of them because like I called them and I told my mom, I said, hey, do you guys want to meet up in Haysburg, which is about halfway between where I live and halfway where they live. I said, y'all want to meet in Haysburg, get some lunch tomorrow? It's a long weekend. I don't have anything going on. And she's like, was everything okay? I said, yeah. Why are you asking that? She's like, well, you don't ever want to come up here. I was like, well, I'm just trying to be nice and see if you guys want to go out to eat. I mean, if you don't want to, you ain't got to. And then I called my brother. I was like, hey, y'all want to go eat with us on Sunday? We're gonna go out and meet in Hattiesburg. My brother was just like, is something wrong? What's the matter? And I was like, God damn it, why is everybody asking me this fucking question? I don't want to go home because our fucking hometown is a little podunk piece of shit. I was like, I don't mind going to Hattiesburg because that's a 45-minute drive versus, 2-hour drive going home. But anyway, yeah, don't sit around and always hope that let's see, being an uncle is easy and fun. Teaching kids awful habits, send them home. Basically,
you
that's gonna be me. I'm gonna be like my buddy Matt, who most of the guys on my Discord know, said that I'm gonna be the coolest uncle where you're gonna be video game and cartoon uncle. And I was like, I can live with that. That'll be all right.
Are you referred to as uncle or cousin by your cousin's kids?
Uncle by the kids.
Yeah. That's
It's it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's I got called Uncle Andy, and I was like, but you're my cousin, not my sibling. What?
Yeah, they call me Uncle Funkshire because I was old. I was old enough for one, I guess, to be seen as an adult. Plus, like I've looked like an adult since I was 12. And yeah, so that's basically how that went. Where they were just like, "Look, it's Uncle Funk," and I'm like, "Hey, kids, what's happening?" And then I teach them bad habits. Like, my cousin Daniel's son Aiden is playing football, and he's a big kid too, because like all the guys on that side of the family are 6 foot plus, except for my brother who stopped at 5'10" and pisses him off. But they're all big guys, and he's playing football. And then we got out there one day, and he was like, "Uncle Jeff, you played football, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, buddy, I did." He said, "What did you play?" And I was like, "Well, I was a nose tackle." He said, "I'm a nose tackle. Could you show me something?" I said, "What's that?" He's like, "These guys, I got to get by them, and they said I should be mean. How can you be mean?" I said, "You don't have to be mean, buddy. You just got to be stronger than they are." I said, I was stronger than most everybody. I didn't have to be mean. Now, it got me in trouble a lot because they said I didn't have a killer instinct. But when you can throw a 400-pound man over your head, like, you don't have to give a fuck about being mean. And so now he is like weight training like a son of a bitch. And last I saw he's 13. His bench press is about 325 pounds. And he weighs, I think, like 250.
What's in the water?
What do you... Fucking creatine, I guess.
Is he grass fed?
He's grass-fed, corn-fed some bitch right there. He's a big kid.
That's where the expression "the big old corn-fed motherfuckers" comes from.
Jesus.
He's doing better. I have a hard time bench pressing. Like I weigh 315, and my bench press is only about 325 because my arms are like 3 foot long, so it sucks. I always had that problem because like my arms are long, my legs are about normal length, so like I could squat like a son of a bitch. And it was funny because it was me and one other guy who was 5'4" had the two highest squats, and it was funny because I'd get there and you'd see me struggle to get back up, then you'd watch him go, all right, boop, done. Oh, you son of a bitch.
One of my friends, he just beat his max at 405. Big freaking heavy set black guy, straight out of Patterson, New Jersey, all right?
Yeah.
I see him today. He's one of the drivers of my pizza place. He's got one of his shoes off, and he's like looking at his car, ducking his head in and out of it. Justin, the hell are you doing? Andy, there's a spider in my car. So are you serious? Yeah. So I go in, I sit in his driver's seat, and I corral the spider. I try to get it to. It's big and it's gross, but it's barely bigger than like an eighth of your fingernail,
Yeah.
So I try to get this thing on my hand, and I'm touching it, poking at it. It won't go on my hand, so I was like, fuck it. Boom. Slap my hand down, it's dead. Pick it up, flick it out of the car. And he's shaking, looking at me, like flicking the spider away. I'm like, you all right? Giant ass black guy. He's like, I don't like spiders, man. I don't fuck with spiders. It's so funny.
Hey man, Lemon's like that. He got bit by a spider one time. It fucked his ass up for life.
Are you guys afraid of spiders?
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not. Obviously.
there's one time in my life I've been afraid of spiders, and it was more along the lines of some stupid shit happened with spiders, and it was kind of a post-apocalyptic moment that happened. Um, I think I've told the story before. I don't know if I've told it on the cast where when we played ball, we would go to like the other schools, and normally the other school would have a gym or something to put you in so you could get changed. And so because we would always arrive in like a shirt and tie, and then we would change to our uniform when we got there. And we got to this place. It's called Mendenhall, Mississippi. You can look it up. The thing this town is known for, it has a restaurant with a Lazy Susan in it. That's it. That's the whole thing. And we had to go there to play. So we loaded up, went up there. It's like an hour up the road. We got there. And they were like, all right, we need somewhere to change. And like, all right, there's the visitor side bathroom. We're like, you shitting me? Like, yeah, no, you're going to use the visitor side bathrooms, which are about the size of like 3 porta potties strapped together. And so basically, we had to change in shifts of 10 because that was all you could fit in there. And that was fucking lucky. So I went in with the starter crew, got in there. We were getting changed. I was with the defense crew, the starting defense crew. And we were getting changed. And a guy that I would say friend, but I fucking hate him. We called him Screech. And Screech was in there and he is getting dressed. And he's in one of the stalls because he's shy. I'm like, whatever. I got a dick. You got a dick. You can see it. Whatever. Pay me $5. And I'm getting dressed. And I hear Screech go, hey, does anybody know what the hell this is? And being, locker room, like my friend Cock goes, he's like, well, Screech, that'd be your testicles. Did you find them? Did your girl give them back to you? That kind of shit. And he's like, no, there's something on the wall here, and I don't know what it is. And so I kind of peeked my head around the corner and I looked, and I was like, oh, that's a spot. And before I could get the word spider egg sac out of my mouth, he flicks it with his finger. And when he flicked it, the most baby black widow spiders I've ever seen in my life just poured out of this thing like a fucking arachnid tidal wave. And we all ran out of there. Like, some of us aren't fully dressed. I was like in my drawers, so I got the hell out of there because I was like, I ain't fixing to fuck with a million baby black widow spiders. We were getting the hell out of there. And they are just pouring out, flying. It's like Charlotte's Web, but if Charlotte's Web was a horror movie, that's what was going on right there. You're just seeing baby black widow spiders flying everywhere. Bunch of grown ass men running around screaming about it. And Screech got covered in them and actually got bit a couple times and didn't get to play that night because he got bit like on the leg and his leg swole the fuck up. But yeah. Other than that, I don't mind spiders, but I do not want to find a spider egg sac in my bathroom. I think that's just normal, normal human nature.
Where'd you end up getting changed?
I ended up just changing out in front of everybody. I was like, fuck it, y'all can see me if you want to. I ain't got nothing to hide because this is high school funk shirts. I was like 360, 370, something in that neighborhood. So I was like, I don't care, whatever.
All right, kids, I think I got to get going to bed.
This is a good place for us to call it. So, Funk, you doing a stream tonight?
I will be doing a stream here probably in about 45 minutes. I'm going to start, probably 45 minutes, probably about 9:30. I think I'm going to start because I would like to get something to eat.
All right, that's 9:30 Central, yeah?
Yeah, 9:30 Central. Also, Virgil, I know there were Black Widows because they had the little red dot on them, and I wasn't sticking around.
Black Widows are harmless. They have a bad reputation, but as long as you don't, do something stupid like flick an egg sac open, you're fine.
Here's the problem. They were all looking at me all sexy like, and I'm like, that's a kid spider. I got to get the fuck out of here.
Jesus fuck. I'm going to pray for you.
Jesus Christ.
Please do.
Anyway,
I just saw that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nothing. I was going to say, I'm sticking around in the server. The voice chat here just to do some after party, chill with some guys. I'll probably play the original Fallouts. Haven't tried them out yet.
There you go.
Long day at work today. Let me tell you that much.
Heard that.
Yeah. Christ.
Well, hell, I'm probably gonna goof around on TF2 with the airstrike some more.
Oh.
Dude, I saw a guy earlier. I played a game when I first got here, and like, he must have done full on weapon reload right off the bat because I ain't never seen anybody load that thing that fast.
It goes pretty fucking quick once you get it.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, gentlemen, it's been a fun evening.
Oh yeah.
Y'all can check with me about more fun spider facts, such as the fact that if you have sex with a spider, it will die.
I do want to say, as we close out this 10th episode, I just want to quote something from one of my favorite games. It's a little cringy, but it's from Joshua Graham from Fallout New Vegas, and it's we all go through periods of darkness. In such times, we can turn to the Lord. But it's good to have friends, and I'd like to say it's very good to have you guys as friends. These last 10 weeks have been so much fun. You have no idea. It's been some of
Like
the
to
best
be
times
useful.
of my life. It's not just useful. It's been so great for me and for everyone else here who watches us. I know they're just all about this and they love it. So thank you.
But
for
now
being a
hold
part
on,
of
these
it.
people might fucking hate us. We don't know if
Yeah,
they
Right.
should.
The more people that hate me, the stronger I am. So please.
I can't see the haters because I got my hater blockers on.
And that concludes you, Lemon.
Oh
Ooh.
motherfuck.
Remember,
I bought myself some hater blockers. I will throw them into the short bus. You guys might like them.
All right. Well, gentlemen, you guys have a nice night now, yeah?
you
Yep.
too,
All
sir.
right, see ya.
All right.
Take it easy.
See you
Later.
all later. Bye-bye. And that's it. And I'll see you next week, FluffCast. Have a nice night. Stay safe.